What's going on, everybody? Welcome back in to Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube and another Summer League game coming right at you once again. The quarterfinals between the Brooklyn Nets, and I'll take on the Minnesota Timberwolves for this one. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on here on the channel. Crazy game that we just wrapped up like 10 minutes ago between Memphis and the Pelicans. That one went into overtime, but the Grizzlies getting the W in OT. 88-86, the final is. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to spike that like button down below, hit that subscribe button, as well as I'll be doing play-by-play of basketball action to this one. But thanks everybody for joining me in here on the channel right now, as just an insane game went down like moments ago or stuff like that, as we have goal horns back in here. Once again, thanks so much, my man, for joining me in here. Hey, no problem. My live streams will basically be like throughout the rest of the basketball season when October starts up for basketball. So feel free right after the conclusion of the Summer League final tomorrow to stop by anytime when I start up doing the live play-by-play stuff once again in October for basketball. Also, I'll be doing a football play-by-play channel, hopefully launching in early August once the preseason starts up as well. But we got ourselves another Summer League game going at it in a couple minutes from now. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching this video. But let's see here. The Minnesota Timberwolves, they're the only team undefeated right now in Summer League play. 5-0 as the Celtics got eliminated yesterday. Same as the Detroit Pistons. They lost by 20 to the Brooklyn Nets yesterday. But Minnesota in the late night game yesterday beat the Dallas Mavericks 108-82, as it was just spectacular shooting from the floor all over the place by Minnesota in that game, as they shot the ball 52% from the court, 13 for 28 from behind the three-point arc for the Timberwolves in that game, and they were led by this guy, Keelan Martin. Keelan Martin had 19 points in the first half. He scored 23 points total in that game. And then Barry Brown Jr. from Kansas State chipped in 14 points along with 2 steals. Jordan Murphy, Naz Reid, and Mitchell Creek all had 12 points each in yesterday's game for the Timberwolves. So that's how the numbers look like for Timberwolves yesterday, as far as the Brooklyn Nets in their game yesterday, crushing the Pistons by 20, 105-85. And now Jarrett Allen had an incredible game, 30 points, 11 rebounds. And then Isaiah Cardenet had 20 points for the Brooklyn Nets, as well as they out-rebounded Detroit yesterday 51-35. Both of these teams shot the ball really well from the floor. Brooklyn 50% yesterday against Detroit, 52% from the floor. Minnesota yesterday against Dallas, as we get ready to tip off this one. So this game is getting ready to tip off. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to spike that like down below, hit that subscribe button as well. So Rodions Kurucs is in this game right now for Brooklyn Nets, as he's put together a pretty solid Summer League play so far for Kurucs, as he's actually a native of the country of Latvia. He's playing in this game today. But here we are, guys, getting ready to tip off this one. Game number 2, the semifinals at half-court circle, getting ready to tip it off. So Minnesota in the white home jerseys for this one. Naz Reid will go at this one for the tip-off against the center here for the Brooklyn Nets. So we're getting ready for this one. Brooklyn in the black away jerseys, white lettering, and the white home jerseys go to the Minnesota Timberwolves with the blue lettering, as we get ready to tip this one off here like 5 seconds or less from now, as the refs have the ball in their hand, getting ready to tip this one off. Hit that thumbs up down below, hit the subscribe button, as well as I do play-by-play of basketball action on the channel Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I'll be back tomorrow night also with a NBA Summer League final. So yeah, we're just waiting for this one to tip off, and here we are. Ref now has the ball in his hands. He's going to launch it up into the air, and this ball gets tipped off, and it's by the Nets. So the Nets get possession first, as they have the ball here. 9:55 left to go in the first, as this one just gets started. Brooklyn with the ball at the left wing perimeter. Bounce pass over, and that ball gets tipped out of bounds. So out of bounds by Minnesota there. So Brooklyn will get this ball right back in on the inbound. So the Nets to inbound this ball, as number 1, Theo Pinson, will be the inbound passer on the left side of the three-point perimeter for Brooklyn. He passes it off towards the left wing. Bounce pass over at the left baseline here, trying to work their way inside. Jumper in the key. That shot no good by Brooklyn. Gets rebounded by Minnesota. Minnesota now with the ball. They're going to take a pass to half-court Logos. They have their first possession of the game. Dribbling top of the key. Lob pass over to Naz Reid at the left elbow. Reid trying to, oh, nice bounce pass right there with the backdoor cut. They slung it back outside though. Right wing 3 taken. Minnesota no good from behind the arc right there. Gets rebounded by Brooklyn. So both of these teams misses on their first possessions from the floor. Brooklyn now with the ball at the left elbow. Bounce pass inside the lane. They turn it over though. Stripped and stolen away right here by Minnesota. Minnesota tried to take it up the court, and they were stolen away. Going in transition. Brooklyn, first shot no good. 3 people underneath the basket. Whistling a foul, though. We got 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by the Nets. So we have 9:08 left to go in the first quarter, guys. If you're new to this channel, spike that like down below. Hit that subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play of this one. Brooklyn against Minnesota. The winner of this game will take on tomorrow the Memphis Grizzlies, who shocked the Pelicans in the last game in overtime with a very close win. So we got 2 shots at the free throw line here by the Brooklyn Nets. This is Jarrett Allen. He had an explosive game in the quarterfinals. Incredible game he had in the quarterfinals against the Pistons. He scored 30 points along with 11 rebounds. First shot was a miss, though, at the line. Second shot, that one's up and good, and Brooklyn strikes first on the clock here, 1-zip. 9 minutes left to go in the first quarter. Minnesota with the ball, dribbling right wing perimeter. Bad exchange. McLaughlin tried to hand it off as a Brooklyn defender. Got into the middle of it. Brooklyn interception. They take it the length of the distance, and they lay it up and in for 2. 3-zip Nets right now. The score, Minnesota with the ball. They dribble. Bounce pass. Right wing. They take a 3 when Naz Reid. Reid off the mark. No good. And Allen gets the rebound for Brooklyn. Brooklyn going to take this one past the left side of the timeline. They have it at the left wing. They're going to take this one inside. Little floater right there. They score on it, but a whistle and foul before the shot. So no bucket right there, the refs will say. So whistle committed, and the foul committed by Minnesota right before that shot was taken by Brooklyn. So still 3-zip. 8:37 left to go in the first, and Brooklyn will get the inbound here. So the Nets inbound pass it. They lob it over towards the top of the key. Now they pass it towards the right wing perimeter into the hand of John Musa, as he played basketball for Bosnia and Herzegovina. A little floater into the lane. That one goes down for 2 by Josh Gray. 5-zip right now. Brooklyn out with a big scoring lead in this one. Minnesota slinging it around the perimeter. Now dribbling inside the key. Jordan McLaughlin with another turnover as Brooklyn gets the steal. 2-on-1 fast break underneath the basket. That ball gets stripped out of bounds right there. And we should have 2 shots coming up at the line here by the Brooklyn Nets. So terrible start here from number 26 for Minnesota. Jordan McLaughlin, he's turned over the ball twice so far in this game. Not even 2 minutes so far in this one. 8:13 left to go in the first. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here for Brooklyn as they have a 5-zip lead. If you guys are new to the channel, spike the like down below. Hit the subscribe button as well. First shot's up. First shot's good by John Musa. He played basketball last season for the country of Bosnia and Herzegovina. So first shot was a make there at the free throw line by the Brooklyn Nets. Second shot coming up at the line here for Brooklyn. So we got second shot coming up here at the line, and Musa at the line launches this one up. That one's good as well, so picture perfect at the free throw line. And Brooklyn with a great start, up 7-zip so far against Minnesota. Timberwolves with the ball dribbling at the left wing perimeter. This is Jordan McLaughlin, who's had already 2 turnovers so far in this one. Passing that one off. Right elbow jumper taken by Naz Reid, and it's blocked and denied. Brooklyn with the ball now. Brooklyn taking it up inside, and they finish to the hole right there with that bucket for 2. Josh Gray putting that one up and in off the backboard. 9-zip. It starts out like that, guys. 7:53 left to go in this first quarter and Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you guys are new to the channel, spike that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action on this one, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So right now, guys, since we're on the TV timeout taken by Minnesota, just going to update you guys with the leading scores of this game. So leading the way, 4 points by John Musa from Bosnia and Herzegovina, leading the way with 4 points in scoring. And also Josh Gray with back-to-back layups. He's tied with the leading scorer right now for Brooklyn. He has 4 points right now as well. And let's see here. That is Jarrett Allen, who also has a free throw so far in this game. So he has 1 point at the free throw line so far for the Brooklyn Nets. As far as the Timberwolves in this one, 0 points so far. And just bad start by Jordan McLaughlin. He actually turned over the ball a 3rd time in that first 2 minutes of the game. So 3 turnovers so far by Jordan McLaughlin of the Minnesota Timberwolves right now. Just hasn't been a game already for him on the court. He is a -7. So that's what the numbers look like so far in this one. Not a great start by the Timberwolves here. They shot the ball so well. 52% from the floor yesterday in that game against Dallas. But today, they haven't been able to get anything down at the court to start out this one. 0 for 3 right now to start out this game. Brooklyn is 3 for 5. So here we are, guys, getting ready to go back to action here. Minnesota getting shut out, but still plenty of time left to go in the Summer League action. So how much time is left in the game? We have 7:52 left to go in the first quarter when we do get back to action. So we have Josh here in the chat. What's good, my man? Thanks so much for joining me. 7:52 left to go in the first quarter here as they just finished the last game, not even like 15 minutes ago. Pelicans versus Memphis. What a crazy game that was. So yeah, so first quarter right now, 7:52 left to go in the first. We have. These are 10-minute quarters in the Summer League. As we have Goal Horns back in the chat. What's good, my man? Thanks so much for joining me back here. That's pretty cool, though, that you're watching other streams. That's awesome. But yeah, feel free, guys. Anytime you guys want to stop on by, feel free right now. 9-zip the score. We're on a commercial break right now. We're going to get back to action here momentarily. So what I do here on the channel is I call play-by-play. I call all types of different play-by-play of basketball, NBA, NBA playoffs, NBA Finals, March Madness with the college basketball stuff as well. So we're back to action. Minnesota with the ball. Timberwolves dribbling at the left elbow. They pass it at the top of the free throw circle. Sling it around. They take a three at the right wing. They connect with it. So finally a bucket right there. And it's 9-3 to score. Oh, that's cool. So Goal Horns just finished eating dinner. That's awesome, man. That's great. That shot no good in the key by Brooklyn. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Minnesota with at the right wing perimeter. Dribbling inside underneath the bucket. A finish right there for two. Underneath by Mitchell Creek. 9-5 right now to score in this one. So Minnesota on a 5-zip scoring run after they took a timeout. 7:10 left to go in the first. Brooklyn underneath. Brooklyn finishing with a bucket by Jarrett Terrell. He dropped 31 in yesterday's game against Detroit. It's 11-5. Minnesota down by 6. They're drilling at the top of the game, making their way inside. They sling it back. Naz Reid with the ball here at the top of the free throw circle. Hands that one off into the hands of Keita Bates. D-up. Bounce pass with a backdoor cut. Stolen away right there by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with numbers. 3-on-1 transition, but no, they'll keep this at the left wing perimeter. They'll set it up here. Nets with the ball. Shot fake. Trying to dribble inside, and a whistle on the foul. Whistle on the foul right there. Nets actually took the double dribble on the play right there. So Brooklyn with a double dribble. Minnesota will get this ball back with 6:44 left to go in this first quarter. So yeah, Brooklyn started out this game really hot. 9-zip was the score. Basically just like the Pelicans in the last game. They were up 10-1 to start it out against Memphis, but then Memphis went on an 11-0 scoring run. We'll see what Minnesota can do. Underneath the basket, bounce pass. Underneath to Naz Reid. He finishes for two. It's 11-7. 6.5 left to go in the first. Would I live stream Big 3? Probably not, because that hasn't grown yet to, like, what it can be. So, if I do, like, Big 3, it's probably, like, I get, like, nobody in the stream or so. I might get, like, 1 or 2 people, but probably, like, nobody else or so, unfortunately, in it. Because it's not that big. It's something like the AAF or so. Like, the AAF never grew to, like, what it was to, like, the NFL or so. But if the Big 3 keeps on, like moving up and up and up and stuff like that throughout the years, then maybe someday if it gets huge or something like that. 11-7 right now is the score. Turnover by Brooklyn. Minnesota with the ball. They take a three. They connect with it at the top of the key. That's Naz Reid, who played college basketball this past season for LSU. So Reid nailing the three. It's a 1-point game. So Minnesota was down 9-zip to start this one off, and now they're down by 1. Brooklyn inside the key. That shot no good. Offensive rebound no good. Ball gets tipped into the hands of Minnesota defender here. Minnesota with the ball going into the lane, and oh, they got that layup to fall. They got fouled as well, so they'll go to the free throw line to shoot the and one. As that will be Keelan Martin, the leading scorer, hit that shot right there into the bucket. A long time ago, Goal Horns, when I was going to college, I think 4 or 5 years ago, I got pulled over for, it was in a school zone, and there were like specific times or so. I got pulled over at 7:16 a.m., and the school zone was a 20-mile-per-hour zone that was enforced from 7:15 a.m. to 8 a.m., and it was when I was going to college. That shot goes down at the free throw line. It's 13-11. Hey, what's good, TC? Thanks so much for joining me back on here on the channel. One hell of a game on the last stream. Pelicans versus Grizzlies. Brooklyn tying this thing up as they go left side baseline with a layup up and in. 13 even. 5.5 left to go in the first quarter. Minnesota getting hot, heating up from the outside. They drain a three at the top of the key. 5:20 left to go in the first. Minnesota down 9-zip in this game. Now they're up by 3. Brooklyn going inside. Brooklyn with a right-handed layup. That one is up and in, but a whistle and a foul before it, so it will not count. So 16-13 still, with 5:19 left to go in the first. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to spike that like button. Down below, hit that subscribe button as well. We are on the road, guys, to 340 subs here on the channel. This is awesome. We've been on YouTube for only 5 months. So, non-shooting foul since it happened before the shot. So, Brooklyn will get the ball back. They have it left wing. They bounce it inside. They go for the shot fake. Terrell underneath the basket. Try to pass it back out on top. And that's a foul right there. Minnesota intercepted the ball. And we have 5:10 left to go in the first. Whistle on the play. And yes, subscribe to Off the Wall Hockey. 90 more subs until he reaches 1K. He's on his road to 1K there. Quality content from Off the Wall Hockey with live streams coming up during hockey season. So Minnesota with the ball here. 5 minutes left to go in the first. This is Jordan McLaughlin. McLaughlin going into the lane. Finishes for 2 as he puts that one up and in off the backboard with a right-handed layup. 18-13 right now the score. Brooklyn underneath the basket. They get stripped of the ball. Oh, they get it back though. That shot no good. Ball balling all around right there, but it gets recovered by Brooklyn, and that is a reach-in foul committed by Keelan Martin of Minnesota. So Brooklyn had the ball at the left wing perimeter on the last play right there. Keelan Martin with the reach-in. So we have 4:43 left to go in this first quarter right now. Do I think Groupon in the TikTok commercial is annoying? Actually, I don't think it's that bad as some of the other stuff that's out, like the progressive stuff. Like right now they have a campaign running for Progressive, and it's something like a grown adult with a baby bib that he's wearing, and then at the end of the Progressive commercial it says, act your own age, get your own insurance. But yeah, there's some more annoying commercials than what Groupon and TikTok has out right now, in my opinion. That shot at the left wing, no good by Minnesota, gets rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn trying to take this one inside. Whistle and foul here with 4:27 left to go in the first. So we got foul on the last play here. Minnesota was down 9-zip in this game, but they've come storming back now in this one. Oh, yeah. Flo and Jamie has just got out of control with Progressive. Now they're trying this new campaign with a baby and a baby bib at the end, saying, act your own age, get your own insurance. Here we are, back to action. So Brooklyn will get this inbound. They have the ball at the right wing perimeter. Into the hands of Rodion Karakis. Karakis going inside, passing that one off to right there into the hands of Jarrett Allen. Allen going to the hole, lays it up and in for 2, and he gets fouled here. Karakis with the assist as Allen went into the lane, laid it up and in. He got fouled as well. So the and one coming up at the line for Jarrett Allen, number 31 of the Brooklyn Nets. So right now, 18-15 the score. We have 4:21 left to go in the first quarter. Actually, I have not watched Bohemian Rhapsody yet, Goal Horns. Of course, the music to Bohemian Rhapsody, of course, absolutely fantastic. Incredible. As we get back to action here, as Minnesota get the rebound. McLaughlin took a 3 top of the key. They missed it, though. Gets rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball at the right wing perimeter into the hands of Josh Gray. Gray dribbling now at the free throw circle, passing that one out towards the right wing of the perimeter. Into the hands of Isaiah Cordonnet. Cordonnet passing that one off. And at the free throw circle here with Karakis. Karakis, though, whistle a foul committed. Reach and foul committed by Minnesota on the last play here with 3:54 left to go in the first. So right now, 18-15 the score. If you guys are new to the channel, spike that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. As looks like we're going to be taking some time out here on the court. So time out on the court right now, guys. As we should get back to action here momentarily on the channel. But Minnesota shooting the ball well once again from the floor. 58% right now from the floor. 7 for 12 shooting. Brooklyn 38% right now from the court. So that's what the numbers look like so far. Looking at some of the team stats here. Let's see the box score right now. Leading the way, it's a tie with 5 points. Naz Reid, Jordan McLaughlin, and Mitchell Creek with 5 points so far. By the Timberwolves for Brooklyn, 6 points is the leading score. By Musa, that is Janan Musa from Bosnia and Herzegovina. So yeah, thanks so much everybody for joining me in here. Let's see here, Cardi B or Elton John? Paul McCartney or Elton John, looking down below. Say probably Paul McCartney there, Goal Horns. Probably pass there for Cardi B. So probably pass there. Okay, and yeah, thanks so much, man, for the love here on the stream. But here we are, 18-15 is the score. Getting ready to go back to commercial break. We're on commercial break right now. Getting ready to go back to action here momentarily on the channel. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me in here. So what I do is I call it play-by-play of basketball action. The channel name is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I've been doing this for about 5 months. I stream play-by-play of the NBA, March Madness, college basketball. Also do the NBA playoffs and the NBA finals as well. So here we are getting ready to go back to action right now in the first quarter. 3-point game as the Nets get the ball. Allen, nice spin move into the key. Oh, he couldn't finish though. He missed the layup right there, rebounded by Minnesota. So Timberwolves with the ball to take it past the half-court logo. 3:40 left to go in the first right now. As Minnesota has the ball, catch and shoot for 3 at the left wing. As that is an offensive foul on the screen play, so Keelan Martin's 3 was a miss anyway. So Brooklyn will get this ball back right now. 3:36 left to go in this first. As the Nets have it, they'll take it past the left side of the timeline. They pass it off towards the top of the key. They take the top of the free throw circle. Jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound underneath. Ball gets tipped out of bounds here with 3:26 left to go in the first quarter right now. So Brooklyn will get this ball back on the inbound underneath their basket in the front court. Jordan Murphy in the game for Minnesota. He was the leading rebounder in the Big Ten this past season. Played college basketball for Minnesota, for the University of Minnesota, the Golden Gophers. This past season, ranked 5th in college basketball in the rebound. So we're back to action here. Top of the key, they bounce pass it off towards the right wing, back to the top of the key, the Karakes dribbling inside, right-handed finish to the hole, no good, but offensive rebound by Jared Terrell. It's up and in for 2 right there with a jam. 18-17 to score off the Brooklyn offensive rebound, and the putback right there by Terrell. Minnesota with a 3, they take it, hits the top of the rim, no good, rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball, under 3 left to go in the first quarter. They have it at the right wing perimeter, into the hands of Rodion Karakes. Karakes takes the 3, right wing, no good, gets rebounded here by Minnesota. 1-point game, Timberwolves with the ball at the right wing perimeter, swings it over towards the left wing. Now, when Minnesota takes a 3, oh, they connect that time. That one falls down from the outside. They have a 21-17 lead. 4-point game, Brooklyn with the ball going inside the low post. That shot no good. Offensive rebound and another putback jam. Once again right there as that one goes down for 2 by number 31, Jarrett Allen. 21-19 to score. 2:20 left to go in the first. That ball gets poked out of bounds on the play by Brooklyn. So Minnesota will get this one back. So in the game for Brooklyn is number 14, Ahmed Hill. As Ahmed Hill played college basketball this past season for Virginia Tech. Nikhil Alexander-Walker was his teammate at VT, as he's had quite the stellar summer league, as it finished up a couple moments ago today as they lost a very close game in overtime earlier today against Memphis. That's a whistle and a foul on the play. Hey, no problem, Goldhorns. Thanks so much for watching. Yeah, definitely join me back soon if you like. But yeah, awesome to have you guys here on the channel right now. So yeah, 21-19 to score. 2:10 left to go in the first. Minnesota with the ball. This is Murphy. Pushes that one over towards the left wing perimeter. Now they take a left corner 3 from the outside. No good by the Timberwolves. Gets rebounded by the Nets. Brooklyn with the ball. They sling it over towards the left wing. Takes this one into the lane, and they could not finish right there. They got stripped of the ball. Minnesota trying to plead their case that it was Brooklyn who last touched it out, but no. It looks to be Minnesota last touched it out, so I believe it will be Brooklyn ball in their front court here when we do get back to action here. So, yes, so Ahmed Hill will be the inbound passer for the Nets. He lobs that one over towards the top of the gate. Into the hands here of Amida Brima, as Brima is a native of Ghana, played on the Austin Spurs for the San Antonio G League team this past season. That shot in the key, no good. 2 eye off the backboard, got tipped out of bounds by Brooklyn. So, Minnesota up by 2. They'll inbound this ball with 1:45 left to go in the first quarter. Barry Brown going to take this one past the left side of the timeline, passing the one off to Murphy. Murphy going inside, low post underneath, and finishes to the hole for 2 right there by the Timberwolves. 23-19 is the score right now. Brooklyn with the ball at the left wing perimeter. 1.5 left to go. They go into the lane. Floater, alley-oop, and they get it for 2. It's 23-21. Minnesota with the ball, going to take this one past the half-court logo, dribbling right wing perimeter, making the move inside, bounce pass, Barry Brown, over to Murphy. Murphy finishes again, back-to-back buckets. He's a bucket man in this game. 25-21 right now for Jordan Murphy. Brooklyn with the ball. They are down by 4. They have it at the left wing, making their move inside, floater in the key. That one was well short. Whistle and a foul, though, as Minnesota picks up the shooting foul. 2 shots coming up at the free throw line here for the Brooklyn Nets. So, tomorrow night's the big game, NBA Summer League, last stream of the summer, I believe, for my channel here. So, tomorrow, Summer League matchup on its way. The winner of this one will take on the Memphis Grizzlies. I'll have that stream for you guys tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Brooklyn at the free throw line. First shot goes down as it's 25-22 right now the score. So we have a second shot coming up at the line. That shot's up. That shot's good. So that shot going down at the free throw line right there by number 1, Theo Pinson of the Brooklyn Nets. So 2-point game here. Minnesota with the ball. They're going to take a pass on the right side of the timeline, dribbling with it. This is Barry Brown Jr. Played college basketball at Kansas State. Brown in the lane and splits defenders. Couldn't finish with a layup. Offensive rebound underneath right there by Minnesota. They dish it back to Brown. Brown left corner 3. No good off the top of the iron. Big rebound right there by the Nets. Brooklyn with the ball. Oh, stolen away by Barry Brown. In transition, the layup was not made, but a whistle to follow, though. So Jordan McLaughlin going to the free throw line to shoot 2 shots here by the T-Wolves. So 42 seconds left to go in the first. Barry Brown playing his heart out right now for Minnesota in this game. Number 35 for the T-Wolves. Actually, I thought it was 26 at the free throw line. It's actually number 28, Tyus Battle of Syracuse. He'll shoot 2 shots at the line. But Barry Brown playing a really great game once again. He ranked, I believe he was first this past season in the Big 12 in steals per game. Averaged just around 2 steals per game this past season for Kansas State. So first shot's up. First shot's good right there by the T-Wolves. Second shot, that one's on its way. That one's good as well. 27-23. It's a 4-point game right now. Brooklyn to inbound it. As they're moving it around here, they're going to pass the left side of the timeline as the Nets have it now with the left wing perimeter. Dribbling top of the key. They take a 3 from the outside. They connect with it. They knock it down, lighting it up from behind the arc. 27-26 right now is the score between both of these teams. Minnesota has it. Murphy now puts that ball into the hands of his teammate. Left elbow jumper, no good by Battle. Rebounded here as Jordan Murphy gets knocked down in the key with 22 ticks on the clock in the first quarter. So Isaiah Courtenay is on the court right now for the Brooklyn Nets as he checks into the game. Jordan Murphy got fouled in the key. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line right now for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 27-26 is the score. First shot's up by Murphy. That shot is good. So he connects on that one. It's a 2-point game. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on here on the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Jordan Murphy back at the free throw line. He made his first one. Here is his second one at the line for Minnesota. This one's up. This shot is good. Draining both of them down. 29-26 right now. Brooklyn with the ball off the inbound. 18 seconds left to go before this first quarter ends. They pass the timeline right now with the right side of the timeline. Brooklyn dribbling the ball at the half-court logo here with Theo Pinson. Pinson with it with 8 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Dribbling towards the right wing of the perimeter here. Pinson slings it over towards the left wing here for the Nets. Now they take it inside. Reverse handle layup. Couldn't finish. Offensive rebound. Oh, they missed a putback at the buzzer. That one did not go in at the buzzer, and that is the end of the first quarter right now. 29-26 the score. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on here on the channel right now. So, at the end of one, it's a 3-point game. Minnesota's up at this moment. So, just going to update you guys with the box score. Leading score right now at the end of the first quarter. 6 points by John Musa for the Brooklyn Nets. 4 points right now for Brooklyn happens to be number 0, Josh Gray. And then 3 points off the bench is Isaiah Courtenay for the Brooklyn Nets. As far as the Minnesota Timberwolves in this game, leading the way and scoring 6 points off the bench is Jordan Murphy from the University of Minnesota Golden Gophers. He played college basketball at, ranked top 5 in the nation this past season in rebounds per game. As I'm going to get you guys that number here, what he averaged for rebounds per game. But Jordan Murphy this past season averaged 11 rebounds per game this past season for Minnesota. Let's see these other players here. Barry Brown Jr. has no points so far, but he's been into the game, able to steal the ball, able to block a ball. And this is Barry Brown from Kansas State, who's actually like a shooting guard for this team. Basically, he's only 6'3", and the ability for him to get a block inside the low post, that's pretty surreal right there. So 6 points by Jordan Murphy, 5 points by Jordan McLaughlin, 5 points by Mitchell Creek, and then 3 points into the game is Keelan Martin of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So that's what the numbers look like so far, guys, in this one. Thanks so much for joining me. When we do get back to action, we'll have 10 minutes on the clock left to go in the second quarter. So yeah, that was a fantastic game that wrapped up about like 45 minutes ago. New Orleans up against Memphis. That was crazy. Memphis coming from behind and winning that game. They were down early 10-1, and they just never looked back. That game actually went into overtime with the Grizzlies winning it. So, yeah, Brandon Clark, number 21 overall draft pick. Huge game from Memphis in that one. 23 points, 14 rebounds in that one. He was just all over the court in that matchup. But here we are, guys, getting ready to go back to action here Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you're new to the channel, spike that like down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Thank you so much for all the subs here in the Summer League. We have passed the 330 mark a couple of days ago, which was awesome. We've gained over 60+ subs in the Summer League here in the past week, which is awesome here on the channel. So here we are, guys, getting ready to go back to action. It's a 3-point lead by the Timberwolves in the second quarter right now. 29-26 as Minnesota will get this ball on the inbound. So the Timberwolves with the ball as they're going to dribble this one past the left side of the half-court logo. Dribbling now towards the top of the key. This is Barry Brown, who has the ball from Kansas State. Passes right wing perimeter to Jordan Murphy now. And now right corner with it. Back outside. Shot fake here from Minnesota. And they have it at the top of the key. Trying to make their move. Inside that shot. Gets denied by the side of the backboard right there and out of bounds in the play. 9:37 left to go in the second. The ball was tipped out of bounds, though, by Brooklyn. So Minnesota will get this one back on their front court here. So we have 1.5 seconds left to go in the shot clock. 9:35 left to go on the game clock. That shot hits the rim before the buzzer right there. Gets rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball, taking it up the court. As that layup, no good underneath, gets rebounded by Murphy here of the Timberwolves. Whistle and foul underneath by Brooklyn with 9:27 left to go in the second. So Timberwolves will inbound this ball. It's a 3-point game, 29-26. Minnesota taking it past the half-court logo. Big burst of speed. Bad pass right there at the left corner. As that one was intercepted by Brooklyn. A Brooklyn player fell down right there. As that foul will be charged to Minnesota. So, still the same score right now. 29-26. 9:19 left to go in the second. Brooklyn gets this inbound. So the Nets with the ball. They take this one past the half-court logo here. They have it top of the key. They pass that one off. Theo Pinson. Pass it off to his teammates' hands. Right baseline jumper. Put up. That shot no good by Ahmed Hill from Virginia Tech by Brooklyn. And the ball gets tipped out of bounds. Last touched by the Nets. So Minnesota will get this ball right back here with 9:04 left to go in the second. Timberwolves with this ball. The inbound. They pass that one off. So Minnesota now with the ball. They're going to take this one past the right side of the half-court logo. They pass it off to Jordan Murphy. Murphy at the top of the key with 8:55 left to go in the second. Passes. Right elbow jumper taken. And they connect with it for two. As the Timberwolves knock that one down for two. It's 31-26. Brooklyn now with the ball at the right wing perimeter. Dribbling with it. Theo Pinson. And that is an offensive foul set right there by Brooklyn. As they will turn over the ball. And the ball will go back to Minnesota here. 8:43 left to go in the second right now. So the Timberwolves will get this one right back. So Minnesota will get this ball. 8:40 left to go in the second on the inbound. They're going to pass this ball off to Jordan Murphy. Murphy at the top of the key passes it off. Barry Brown takes the three. Right wing, no good. Gets rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn now with the ball. Taking it past the right side of the half-court logo. Making their move inside with Theo Pinson. Pinson with a layup. It gets denied. Blocked out of bounds right there with 8:25 left to go in the second. So Brooklyn will get this inbound right back here. 8:25 left to go in the second quarter. 16 on the shot clock as they'll inbound this ball underneath their basket here in the front court. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action. The channel name is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So inbound pass coming up here for the Brooklyn Nets underneath their basket as it's a 5-point lead here by Minnesota. Brooklyn, they inbound it. Underneath the basket, lob pass over the top with a tip, and it goes down. 4-2 right there by the Nets. It's 31-28. Minnesota with the ball off the inbound. They take it past the half-court logo. Jordan Murphy passes that one off. Bounce pass in the key back to Murphy. Underneath the basket, Murphy couldn't finish. Ball gets tipped up into the air, and a whistle and a foul here with 8:11 left to go in the second right now as Minnesota will shoot two at the line. So T-Wolves back at the free throw line here with a 3-point game. This is Jordan Murphy at the free throw line. Shooting 2 shots by Minnesota. So you got shots coming up at the free throw line. First shot's up. First shot is good. So that one's good. It's a 4-point game. 32-28 right now as the T-Wolves currently hold the lead at this game. Second shot coming up here at the free throw line by Jordan Murphy, the #1 rebounder from this past season in the Big Ten Conference. As he ranked 5th in all of college basketball this past season for Minnesota as he averaged 11 rebounds per game this past season for the Golden Gophers. The second shot no good at the free throw line, gets rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball, down by 4. They pass it over towards the left wing, making their move inside at the free throw circle. Dribbling now and back out towards the left wing. Whistle and a foul here on the play with 8:02 left to go in the second. So that's a reach-in foul committed by Minnesota. So Brooklyn will get this one back here. So inbound pass coming up for the Nets. So the Nets to inbound, 8:02 left to go in the second. Looking to pass it off to somebody. Big pressure put up by Marshall Creek on the inbound, but Brooklyn does get it off. They swing it over towards the right wing of the perimeter here into the hands of Isaiah Cornenet. Cornenet going to the bucket. Couldn't put up that shot off the top of the iron right there. Rebounded by Minnesota. Minnesota with the ball. Left wing 3. They connect with Mitchell Creek, letting it fly from the outside. 35-28 right now. 7 up by Minnesota in this game. Brooklyn with the ball. 7:40 left to go in the second. Brooklyn has it, dribbling left wing perimeter. As they have it, they take the step back 3. Top of the key, they connect with it. They let it fly from the outside as that shot goes up and in. 35-31 right now. 7:25 left to go in the second. It is the time on the clock right now. So Minnesota with the ball up by 4. They swing it over towards the right wing perimeter by the Timberwolves. Barry Brown dribbling right side baseline, passing that one back towards the right corner perimeter, making their move inside with Jordan Murphy. Murphy jumper and a key off the top of the iron, no good. Gets rebounded here by Brooklyn. So Brooklyn now with the ball, they have it, left wing perimeter, making their move inside underneath the basket, and a whistle on the foul with 7:03 left to go in the second right now. So whistle on the foul on the last play here. 4-point game, 35-31 is the score between both of these teams here at the moment. If you're new to the channel, make sure to spike that thumbs up button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I call play-by-play of basketball action here on the channel. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Brooklyn, the inbound the ball, they have it at the right wing perimeter. They go inside, nice dish right there. They have it at the right elbow, they swing it back towards the left wing. Bad pass, and it goes out of bounds though. So turnover by the Nets off the pass by Jarrett Allen right there in the key as he passed it towards the left wing perimeter, and it went out of bounds. Nobody was there. So Minnesota gets this ball. The Timberwolves have it. They sling it over towards the left wing. Into the hands of Keita Bates-Diop. Diop takes the jumper. He connects, and it's from the outside. It's 38-31. 7-point lead here by the T-Wolves. Brooklyn with the ball. 6:35 left to go in the second. Dribbling right corner perimeter. Now making their move into the key. Floater off the backboard. They bank it home. 4-2 right there, as that shot goes in by Josh Gray. 38-33, 6:25 left to go in the second quarter. Minnesota with the ball. They take a 3 left wing. Oh, they connect with it from the outside. Naz Reid letting it fly from LSU as he hits the 3-point shot by the T-Wolves. Brooklyn with the ball into the lane. Right baseline jumper, no good. Battle for the rebound, and oh, big takeaway right there. Minnesota had it in their hands for a second by Mitchell Creek, but a rip away from Mitchell Creek's hands, and a layup up and in right there for 2 by Jarrett Allen. 41-35 is the score. Minnesota with the ball going inside. Quick bucket right there in the low post for 2. 43-35. Brooklyn with the ball right wing perimeter. 5:50 left to go in the second. Try to dribble inside, and that ball gets poked out of bounds as Brooklyn turns it over right there with Josh Gray at the baseline. Timeout here on the clock with 5:48 left to go in the second quarter. The score is Minnesota 43, Brooklyn 35, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me on here on the channel. If you haven't done so already, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So right now, looking at the scoring, and once again, Minnesota able to hit shots home in this game. They're able to connect on shots, and that's what they were able to do yesterday against Dallas. They shot about 52% from the floor yesterday against the Mavericks. They're doing it again once today. They're 7 for 15 right now from the floor. So the Timberwolves right now leading the scoring up by 8 so far in this one. So we're going to look towards the leading scorers of this game. So Minnesota leading the way, 8 points right now by Mitchell Creek. 7 points so far by Jordan McLaughlin. And 7 points right now by Jordan Murphy of the Minnesota Timberwolves. So that's how the scoring looks so far in this one by a couple of these players so far. Jordan Murphy, coming from the University of Minnesota, played for the Golden Gophers this past season. As far as Brooklyn scoring is gone, it's this player is the leading scorer, Jarrett Allen. He has 11 points right now, along with 11 rebounds. One hell of a game by Allen so far in this one. He had a double-double yesterday. He racked in 11 rebounds yesterday and 30 points in that win against the Detroit Pistons. Crushed them by 20. in that game. 9 points by Josh Gray for the Brooklyn Nets, and 6 points by Canan Musa from Bosnia. Canan Musa from Bosnia and Herzegovina in this game for the Brooklyn Nets. So that's what the numbers look like so far, guys. Thanks so much for joining me on here on the channel. So right now, we're just on commercial break. We're getting ready to go back to action here Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you haven't done so already, make sure to hit that big red subscribe button down below and the thumbs up as well. Here we are, back to action here. So Minnesota with the ball, 5:40 left to go in the second. Dribbling at the top of the key, they lob it over at the left wing. Mitchell Creek, shot fake, bounce pass in the key to Naz Reid. Reid flings that one back towards the right corner perimeter. Now into the hands here of Jared Terrell, passing that one back. Right wing three taken by the T-Wolves. No good from the outside, gets rebounded by Brooklyn. 5:20 left to go in the second quarter. Nets with the ball. They have it at the left wing perimeter. They take a three, and that shot's no good, gets rebounded by Creek. Looks like Goldhorn's back in the chat. Hey, thanks so much, man, for joining me back here. Naz Reid with the ball. Minnesota shooting the ball pretty well. Reid right there interfered with in the key, but the ball stolen away by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with a layup in transition for two. 43-37 right now is the scores. They took that one in with a layup by number 00 Rodions Karakis. Minnesota with the ball. They have it top of the key with Naz Reid. We'll try this again. Oh. Something happened that you need to know of? Nothing really here. It's just been you basically on the channel right now, basically. Somebody did give it a thumbs down for some reason. I don't know why. But that shot taken, top of the key three, no good by Brooklyn, rebounded by Minnesota. Minnesota with the ball at the left wing, trying to dribble inside. Nice spin move in the key. Oh, they finish right there for two by the leading scorer from yesterday's game. As that shot goes down right there, Martin connects with it for two. 45-37 right now. Brooklyn going inside the low post. They connect with their shot right there for two. 45-39. Creek with a three, the left wing, he dials it up, no good, gets rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball, taking this one quick, past the timeline, burst of speed into the key, jumper, no good, too strong off the backboard, rebounded by Keita Bates-Diop of Minnesota. Minnesota now with the ball. 3:50 left to go in the second. Diop has it, dribbling, right elbow, floats up the shot, that one no good by Diop, gets rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn here with the ball, oh, they tried to go for the outlet pass, it went on the bounce though. So that ball, I think, was actually tipped out of bounds by Minnesota. Outlet pass right there. So Minnesota got their fingertips on it. Brooklyn will get the inbound. Hey, we got Josh here back in the chat. What's good, my man? Thanks so much for joining me back here on the channel. So right now, 3:45 left to go in the second quarter. Minnesota up 45-39 right now as Mitchell Creek checks out of the game here for the Timberwolves. He's number 55 for Minnesota. Last play was an outlet pass up the court by Brooklyn. Got tipped out of bounds off the fingertips of the Timberwolves. So Brooklyn with the inbound, they take a three, catch and shoot, right wing. That one's no good. It goes out of bounds as it hits the side of the rim right there. So Minnesota, they got this ball back on the inbound. 3:37 left to go in the second quarter. Thanks so much, guys, for being a part of this channel. If you guys are new, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. So Minnesota with the ball. Jordan McLaughlin back in the game. Passing that one off towards the right wing here. Timberwolves. Ooh, that is an offensive foul taken. Minnesota just running over a Brooklyn defender right there at the right elbow. So Brooklyn taking the charge as the Nets will get the ball right back. So yeah, Brooklyn right now is down by 6, but they have the ball. 3:15 left to go in the second quarter. Pass inside. Oh, nice backdoor cut to the basket. They lay it up and in right there for two by Jarrett Allen. He was by far the leading scorer in the last game with 31 points along with 11 rebounds yesterday. Or 30 points, 11 rebounds yesterday against the Pistons. But he's doing great today. Already in double-double mode for Jarrett Allen. But right now, we'll go on commercial break at this moment. 45-41 is the scores. This is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. If you haven't done so already, give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I call play-by-play of basketball action. I call all different types of play-by-play on the channel, from NBA play-by-play to the NBA playoffs, NBA finals, also March Madness and college basketball. So when we do get back to action, Jarrett Allen actually got fouled underneath as he made the layup. So Jarrett Allen will shoot the and one at the free throw line when we do get back to action here. So Brooklyn will have a chance to cut into that Minnesota lead when we do get back to this game. But right now, it's a commercial break. It's a 4-point game. Minnesota 45, Brooklyn 41. So let's see here what we're looking at the numbers for the scoring. So 13 points by Jarrett Allen, leading the way by far today by Brooklyn. He has 13 points, 11 rebounds already. 4 of them have been offensive boards so far in this game by Jarrett Allen. So he's been a big body rebounding this ball so far. Also has an assist and a block in this game. So 13 points by Jarrett Allen, 9 points in this game by Josh Gray, number 0 for the Brooklyn Nets. 6 points by Theo Pinson for Brooklyn, and 6 points as well by John Musa for Brooklyn. Hey, thanks so much. I appreciate that, Josh. Thanks so much for being a part of the channel. And yeah, I'll be back for the next game for you guys tomorrow as well. Whoever wins this game will take on Memphis, as that was one hell of a game, the last game that I did earlier today. Memphis versus New Orleans went into overtime. Maybe this one will go into OT as well. But yeah, thanks so much, guys, for being a part of this channel. I appreciate it. We gained, like, legit, we gained, like, 60 plus subscribers, like, the past week just from these Summer League streams. Like, I wasn't sure, like, what would happen, like, with the Summer League stuff, doing, like, the play-by-play. I did, the entire NBA Finals play-by-play, NBA playoffs, also did March Madness in college, so I got some good numbers from that, but actually the Summer League here just has just really exploded. Like, I've been, like, the only play-by-play stream here on the channel, which has helped out a ton. Usually when there's, like, the NBA Finals games, I'm competing with, like, a bunch of other channels doing play-by-play stuff. And since I only started out, like, 5 months ago, I'm one of the smaller channels on YouTube. So we're back to action here as Minnesota gets that shot down into the key. Brooklyn with the ball underneath, and they hit that shot as well. 47-43 right now as Minnesota went up the court. That ball was stolen. Brooklyn, outlet pass, bad pass as Minnesota intercepts it. Minnesota now inside the low post right there with Naz Reid. Whistle on a foul, 2 shots coming up at the free throw line by number 11, Naz Reid from LSU. So 2 shots at the line here with 2:17 left to go in the second by the Timberwolves by Naz Reid. It's a 4-point game, 47-43 right now. So Reid shooting 2 at the line. First shot's up. He lets that fly. That one's good. It is 48-43 right now the score. So Naz Reid, good on the first one. Here comes the second one, coming up in a brief moment. Yeah, pretty good game so far with both of these teams, Josh. Second shot goes down at the free throw line. Yeah, back and forth. There's always been like an answer and response with both of these teams so far right now. So both of the shots go down by Naz Reid at the line. 6-point game, 49-43. Brooklyn with the ball, dribbling with it at the top of the key as they make their way inside. Going in right there. Oh, they tried to go in for the layup. That shot went well short of the rim. Rebounded by Minnesota. Minnesota in transition. And they float that ball right into the key to Naz Reid, who lays it up and in for 2. And he gets the foul as well. So Naz Reid back to the free throw line to shoot the and 1. Wow, that was close to being an offensive foul right there, as it looked like Naz Reid almost ran over a Brooklyn defender in the lane, but looks like Brooklyn committed a foul, and Naz Reid shooting a shot at the line here as he got that layup to fall. Hey, what's good? We got Alex here back in the chat. I'm doing really well, man. We had an incredible game the last stream. Went into overtime. That shot's good at the free throw line right there by Minnesota. 52-43 right now. 1:55 left to go in the second quarter. So, yeah, just wrapped up over an hour ago that Pelicans versus Memphis game, and that was crazy. Went into overtime, but this game, as Josh is pointing out, is good as well. Brooklyn dribbled with that ball inside the low post. They got fouled, and we got 2 shots coming up at the line. So 52-43 is the score right now. Actually, I don't have any money on this game. I've never really sports bet before, but yeah, sports betting isn't even legal in my state. It's legal across the border though. So I'm actually from Massachusetts, but 30 minutes south of me in Tiverton, Rhode Island, they actually have sports betting over there. That shot goes down at the free throw line right there by Brooklyn. So it's 52-44. I think New Hampshire just legalized sports betting yesterday. So they're the second state in New England to legalize sports betting. But it all depends on what state you're in. You have to go, well, before you had to basically go out to Las Vegas to sports bet. And now it's states legalizing it all over the country. Second shot goes down at the free throw line as that shot is good. 52-45 right now the score. 1:45 left to go in the second. As Minnesota has the ball, they're up by 7. They pass it over towards the left wing perimeter. That's Mitchell Creek who puts that ball now into the hand of McLaughlin. McLaughlin driving, passes over to Creek once again. Left corner 3. Creek connects with it. He hits the 3. From the outside, it's a 10-point lead here by Minnesota. The largest lead of the game by the T-Wolves. 55-45, 1:20 left to go in the second. As Brooklyn was dribbling the ball. Ball stolen from behind by Jordan Murphy right there. So Minnesota with the ball. They take an open three. Right wing. No good. Hit the rim short. Oh, Jordan Murphy underneath. Got the rebound. Though he tried to go in for the bucket underneath, but Brooklyn poked it out of bounds. So 1:11 left to go in the second. Let's see here. Jordan Murphy got the offensive board. Looked like he had a clear path to put that one back up and in, but he got rejected down inside the low post. I have full confidence, Goalhorns, that Zion will make the Pelicans squad this season. I have full confidence in that Zion will be in the starting five for the Pelicans. That shot no good by Brooklyn off the inbound. 57 seconds left to go. Whistle and a foul here underneath. So, yeah, there's no way in the world that Zion's missing out on playing this season for the Pelicans. So, he's definitely going to make the team for sure. It's not even close there. If you're the #1 overall draft pick, no matter how bad you did in the Summer League, Zion didn't even do bad. He scored 11 points in 9 minutes. It's just that he got injured and they wanted him to shut him down just as a precaution, basically. They didn't want him to play anymore in the Summer League in case he does get hurt, and that would wreck his season. It's a Summer League game, so that shot goes down at the line right there by Brooklyn. They were interviewing Coach K, I think, like a couple of days ago, and Coach K responded that Zion shouldn't even be playing in the Summer League, just in case Zion gets hurt, because if he gets hurt, he's out for the season with an ACL. By that timetable, Minnesota with the ball here. 40 seconds left to go. 6 on the shot clock. Dribbling inside with Mitchell Creek. Nice pass. Underneath the basket to Murphy. Murphy puts up the shot. No good. Gets rebounded right there by Brooklyn. Josh Gray with a rebound. They are down by 9. Brooklyn with the ball. 28 seconds left to go. Burst of speed in the lane. Missed the layup though. Offensive rebound. Oh, underneath. And a putback jam in between 3 defenders right there underneath the basket by Jarrett Allen. That was incredible. 55-48 right now is the score. 18 seconds left to go before halftime. Minnesota up by 7. Dribbling with the ball here at the top of the key with McLaughlin. Jordan McLaughlin with it. 10 seconds left to go. It's a 0.8 second differential here between shot clock and game clock. Basically nothing here. They take a 3. Top of the key with Murphy. Murphy no good. Battle for the board. And that is the end of the second quarter. So that is the end of the second here. 55-48 after 2 on this channel. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me in here. We're at halftime right now on Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So if you haven't done so already, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as I'll be back tomorrow with play-by-play for my very last stream of the Summer League, the Summer League Finals. The winner of this game will take on the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow, and that was one hell of a stream that I finished up with over an hour ago, as that one went into overtime. Memphis versus New Orleans. I usually have a roster for all these teams, Goalhorns, because these are just a lot of names. Like, a lot of them I'm unfamiliar with or so, because they're Summer League players or so. So I don't know, like, all these players' names by heart, because this is the first time I've seen some of them. Some of these players played in international countries, but usually I have a roster or so just for me. But once I get used to, like, all the teams in the lineup or so, like I was doing for basketball this past season, once I do, like, 5 or more streams with the same team, I usually, like, ditch that roster and never really need it. I put, like, percentages on it, though, and stuff like that, like point percentages and stuff like that. Halftime, Josh, is probably around, like, 10 minutes or so. It's actually really short in the Summer League, so I think it's around, like, 10 minutes or so, halftime, for these games. So it's actually, like, a really short halftime. It's not like the actual NBA, where they take, like, a 20, 30-minute break for halftime here. I actually like this, because it just flows right by. These Summer League games, like, they're really, really quick. Like, one of the Summer League games took me, like, an hour and a half to finish tops. Like, that was crazy. Like, that Summer League game went by so fast, there were, like, barely any fouls in it. Or so it started, I think it was, like, a 7 o'clock game, and it finished, like, at, like, 8:36 or something like that. Like, just over an hour and a half for that Summer League game. Like, that was crazy. But let's see here. Would you be shocked if the Warriors is in a wild card spot this year? Probably not. I think since now that they don't have Kevin Durant anymore, the super team days are over, and then losing DeMarcus Cousins as well to LA, and then you also got in there Klay Thompson. Klay Thompson is going to be out for, like, a long time, probably until, like, most likely February at the earliest he can come back for Klay Thompson. Probably it's going to be like a 9 to 12 months recovery with that ACL. So Klay Thompson, timetable you're looking for him to come back probably like March or April or so, towards like the very end of the season for next season or so for Golden State. So all you basically have is Steph Curry. They picked up Jordan Poole in the draft at number 30, so it's going to be interesting to see how they integrate Jordan Poole. Of course, Golden State missed out on Carson Edwards. Carson Edwards got picked at number 33, as that was a huge mistake. He can basically produce right off the bench for any team, and it's gonna, I think, if you have Jordan Poole in the starting lineup as a rookie, it's gonna be a lot of problems for Golden State. But still, they still have skilled players there along with Steph Curry, Draymond Green, Steph Curry, basically. But yeah, Laker time for Josh's team. Looks like he's a big Laker fan. But yeah, basically the additions there in the offseason, Lakers and Clippers are going to be stacked with the dynamic duos now. LeBron and AD for the Lakers. So yes, so Klay Thompson got injured in the NBA Finals. He tore his ACL in the NBA Finals. So that's unfortunate for Golden State. But I think now with the injuries for Golden State and the teammates splitting, a couple of them leaving to other teams like KD going to Brooklyn, I think that Golden State probably will be like a 6 or 7 seed in the West for next season. Definitely not a 1, that's for sure. Lakers and Clippers are going at that 1 spot. But since we have those like dynamic duos now, there's basically no super team anymore. So we have none of those teams that can finish with like a record of 73-9 anymore. We have these super teams that are going to be really good. I think next season in the NBA is going to be, there's going to be some excellent teams. Clippers and Lakers for sure. I think Clippers are going to get the 1 seed over the Lakers, Kawhi and Paul George, and then the Lakers right behind them. It's going to be a close second with AD and LeBron. It depends on if Anthony Davis stays healthy and can play the full season. That's going to be really helpful towards the Lakers as well. But the Lakers around them or so, they have Danny Green to help out, but then they traded away like all their young talent or so. So basically, this is it for the Lakers, just trying to make a run at it or so for another NBA title. And you got King LeBron there, so of course King LeBron is gonna try to run the table next season, as I think that it'll be the Western Conference Finals, LA versus LA, Clippers against Lakers in that finals. But Kawhi's just incredible what he does. And now he's teaming up with Paul George. He isn't even playing on that Toronto team anymore where he was playing with teammates like Kyle Lowry. Pascal Siakam was the 3rd option on that team. And now he's playing with superstar players for the Lakers. Lou Williams, for example, is the 6th man off the bench, basically, for the Clippers. So I've got the Clippers for next season winning it all, but I think next season for the NBA, it's gonna be a great season. Clippers, Lakers, 1-2 in the West. After that, if Houston plays up to their potential, they could be a 3 for sure. Russell Westbrook, James Harden. It all depends, though. It depends on how many shots those guys take, if they can share the ball or not. It's going to all depend on that because they're reunited once again. But teams are taking a step back in the offseason. Oklahoma City is towards like the very end now of the Western Conference. They basically have all these assets, like 15 picks or so from like the next couple of seasons all the way to 2026. So it's just going to be insane. Yeah, we'll see what Paul George can actually do, Josh, without Russell Westbrook on the team now. So we'll see what he'll get with another point guard in there for the Clippers, as he'll be playing with Patrick Beverley as point guard, which Beverley really isn't that scoring point guard for the Clippers there. He is a fantastic defender, though. And yes, Kawhi is a beast for sure. Let's see here. He played college basketball at San Diego State. He wasn't even the number 1 overall draft pick. Well, let's see here. How many teams passed up on him? Kawhi was picked number 15 by the Pacers in the 2011 draft. So, Kawhi was picked up as number 15. That is crazy. So a bunch of teams passed up a Kawhi as we are back to action here for the third quarter. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on here on the channel. If you're new to this channel, make sure to spike that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action to all different types of games, college basketball, March Madness tournaments, also the NBA, NBA playoffs, NBA finals here on the channel. Did Summer League for the first time ever, and it's been a really great hit here on the channel. Yeah, I thought that Russell Westbrook for sure would definitely go to Miami, but unfortunately turned up to play with Houston, which kind of doesn't make sense for me. Houston already has a point guard there with James Harden, and now they got Russell Westbrook on the roster, so point guard, shooting guard with those two players. With Russell is going to be the point, what it looks like, but Chris Paul going to Oklahoma City, which I guess that he's going to get traded from OKC, basically. Like, he's been there for the past couple of days for OKC, and then the last report a couple of hours ago said that they're looking for options to trade Chris Paul away, because Chris Paul right now is 34 years old, and he's had such bad luck with teams, though it's so unfortunate. But Miami would have been a contender in the East if they had picked somebody to be a duo and team up with Jimmy Butler. That would have put them back towards the top of the East. But I think for the East, Milwaukee is going to be the number one. I'm from Massachusetts, and I'm a Celtics fan, but honestly, I think the Celtics are going to win like 2 or 3 more games than what they accomplished this past season. I think this is going to be a really fun Celtics team with Kemba. They took away a couple of the egos, a couple of the players that took like shots and didn't share the ball or so. So Kyrie going to Brooklyn now. So it's going to be hopefully a fun season for the Celtics. Hopefully for next season when they add in Kemba there. But there's going to be some teams towards like the very bottom of the NBA that's going to have no chance. Like Terry Rozier playing point guard now for Charlotte. Oklahoma City, if they do trade Chris Paul away, it's basically Danilo Gallinari as their best player. And he didn't even average 20 points this past season for the Clippers, unfortunately. So he'll be the best player in the OKC, but basically it's just like the future for OKC. And it's not even like the next 2 or 3 years. It's basically planning for like 2026, 2027 if you're the Oklahoma City Thunders. They have like 15 draft picks, I believe, from next year's draft all the way to 2026. But thanks so much, guys, for joining me on the channel right now. If you're new to this channel, make sure to spike that like down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Right now, we are at halftime, getting ready for the third quarter in a couple of moments from now here Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. The score currently 55-48 as we are ready to get set to go back to action here any minute from now. ESPN, for some reason, is showing me the stream of what Las Vegas looks like on the Las Vegas Strip right now. So, gotta get this game back here on the court, guys. Come on, ESPN. I don't know what they're doing right now as we are back to action. Oh, ESPN's really late getting me back. What are you doing, ESPN? As it's 55-48, 8:40 left to go in the third quarter. We missed a minute and 20 because of you guys, ESPN. Too long of a commercial break, guys. But the score hasn't changed a bit. 55-48, Brooklyn. On the defensive end as Minnesota drains the three. Top of the key right there as they hit it. 58-48, 8:25 left to go in the third quarter. Brooklyn now with the ball. They have a left wing perimeter into the hands of Josh Gray. Gray here with 8:20 left to go in the third. He passing that one off, dribbling right side perimeter. And we have a missed shot right there underneath. Minnesota with the ball at the left wing. Dribbling that one inside with Keita Bates-Diop, and that ball goes out of bounds. Minnesota will get the ball here back on the inbound. Oh, yeah, Thunder tanking for sure, unfortunately. So sad there for the Thunder. But, yeah, looking like the Thunder possibly, it looks like they'll either be in that win range next season for like 12 to 15 wins. That's how bad they've tanked in this offseason. That shot no good by Minnesota underneath. Too strong on the layup. Got rebounded there by Brooklyn. And they missed a three-point shot at the top of the key. Air ball by Brooklyn goes out of bounds. So 58-48 right now is the score, guys. Hit that like button if you're new to the channel. Hit the subscribe button as well. Timberwolves with the ball, dribbling left wing perimeter. They make their way inside. Bounce pass over. Right corner three. They take it. No good. Off the front part of the rim by Jared Terrell from the University of Rhode Island. Gets rebounded here by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball, taking it into the key. Floater into the lane. No good by Josh Gray. Offensive rebound for a second there by the Nets. Ball gets tipped out of bounds from behind by Minnesota, so Brooklyn will get this ball right back. 7.5 left to go in the third quarter. It's a 10-point lead by Minnesota. So 7.5 left to go in the third. Brooklyn now with the ball. They have it. Top of the key dribbling. And they're going to dribble back towards the NBA logo here. As now, oh, they're going to go inside. Burst the speed into the lane. They lay it up and in for two. 58-50 right now is the score. Minnesota with the ball. Timberwolves have it at the left wing perimeter. They pass it off towards Naz Reid. Into the lane, backing his way inside the low post. Reid, jumper. He gets fouled on the play here with 7:10 left to go in the third. And it looks like we have some free throws coming up at the free throw line here by Naz Reid of the Timberwolves. So 58-50 right now is the score. 7:10 left to go in the third as Naz Reid, number 11 for the T-Wolves, is at the line shooting two. That shot's up. That shot is, ooh, it goes in. So got the courtesy of the bounce right there from the rim. So that one goes into the net. 59-50 right now. So first shot good by Reid at the free throw line. Second shot coming up by the Timberwolves. That shot connects with it as well. So 60-50 right now is the score between both of these teams. Brooklyn with the ball. They're going to take this one past the half-court logo. They have it at the right wing of the perimeter, dribbling with it. And they're going to take their way inside the lane with a shot. No good. Hits the rim short. Offensive rebound right there by the Nets. But that is an offensive foul on the play right there underneath for Brooklyn as they try to get the rebound underneath. So the ball go back to Minnesota here in the inbound. Timberwolves with it. Dribbling top of the key. Making their move. Inside as they lose that ball. Ball goes out of bounds. Let's see what the refs say here. They'll say that Brooklyn last kicked it out of bounds at the baseline. So the Timberwolves will get this ball back on their side of the front court underneath their basketball hoop here. That was number 55, Mitchell Creek, for the Timberwolves, trying to dribble his way into the lane, and he lost control of the ball and lost it out of bounds. 60-50 right now is the score. Minnesota with the inbound. They pass it off to Naz Reid, the right wing perimeter. Hands it off to McLaughlin. Jordan McLaughlin with the ball dribbling now. Right side baseline underneath the basket. Circling the basket. Pass it off into the key to Reid. Reid back to Creek. Creek passes inside. Jumper right there. A little floater and the key goes down for two. Left side baseline for the Timberwolves. 62-50 right now. Brooklyn with the ball at the left wing perimeter. This is Theo Pinson. Passes right wing off to his teammate right here. Brooklyn, 6:20 left to go in the third. They have the ball, making their move. In the key, taking the jumper. That one no good. Too strong off the backboard. Ooh, there's a player hurt. There's a player down by Brooklyn as Minnesota's numbers. Off the rebound, they drain the three, and we got another collision on the court right here. We really need to clean this up. 65-50 right now. There's a player severely hurt in the key. It's a Brooklyn Nets player. 6:11 left to go in the third as it looked like... Trying to get a jersey number here. Come on, ESPN. Show me the number on the play. There was a player for Brooklyn trying to battle for that rebound in the key, and he went down hard. Looks like his elbow jammed straight into the hardwood right there on the rebound, and he is still down on the court here with 6:11 left to go in the third. Ouch. That had to hurt. Oh, my goodness. That had to hurt right there in the rebound. That is for sure. Let's see. Who is that player who rebounded it? That was, oh, was it 31? Oh, goodness, that's their best player. That's the guy who dropped 31 points yesterday. That is number 31, Jarrett Allen. That is a key loss here for Brooklyn. Oh, goodness, and he is hurt. So that's underneath the basket right there. Actually, that wasn't Allen. Allen went down hard in the key. I thought it was Allen's. Theo Pinson, number 1. Theo Pinson is hurt. So Theo Pinson is the one being attended to staff right here. There were multiple players colliding right there down on the ground. Jarrett Allen was one of those players for Brooklyn. He's up and fine right now. It's Theo Pinson who really landed hard down on the ground right there. Number 1 for the Brooklyn Nets. But it looks like he got up on his own strength right there by the training staff. Training staff helped him up. It looks like he probably got the wind taken right out of him. That was a really hard rebound he went for, and he fell down like right face flat right there on the court. So 65-50 is the score as the refs are at the review stand trying to look at that play, see if there's any flagrant fouls committed in the last play here with 6:10 left to go in the third quarter. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to hit that like button down below, hit that subscribe button as well, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So right now, just going to update you guys with the leading scores of this game. Leading the way for Brooklyn right now is number 31, Jarrett Allen. He has 15 points. Then Josh Gray has 11 points here for Brooklyn. Jarrett Allen also 14 rebounds. So 15 points, 14 rebounds. Incredible game by him. As far as Minnesota goes, leading the way in scoring 17 points by Naz Reid from LSU. 5 for 7 shooting from the floor. 11 points by Mitchell Creek and 10 points by Jordan McLaughlin. So, yeah, we're just looking at that foul underneath. Yeah, there was a huge push-off right there. Oh, there was a battle for the rebound on the play right there. That's why Minnesota Brooklyn battling for the rebound. And Naz Reid just fell down to the ground both of the times in the low post there for the Timberwolves. Trying to rebound the ball. He's between two players. And, ooh, there was a big elbow right there. Big elbows. That was number one down on the ground for the Nets. He finally got back up, though, as Theo Pinson finally got help to his feet. So, still the same score, guys. 65-50 right now as the refs are sorting this out, trying to see what type of foul this will be on the court. Huh. Steph Curry coming to the Bulls. That'd be really interesting there. Bringing back old-time Chicago with the Michael Jordan era. That'd be classic. But, yeah, next season for Chicago, they do have Kobe White. As Kobe White should be like a backup point guard to Zach LaVine, basically, for Chicago for next season. But hopefully the future is bright with Kobe White. He's only 19 years old from the University of North Carolina, the all-time leading scorer in UNC, or all-time leading scorer in North Carolina high school basketball history. He didn't perform that well in these summer games from when I saw him. He took a ton of shots, shot the ball at around like 30-something% from the floor, but he took like a ton of shots. He was able to produce points because he took so many shots, but these are just a quick indication basically of these games right now as far. So Kobe White will be playing for Chicago. Of course, Chicago basically rebuilding still. Yeah, it's unfortunate right now for anybody who's a Chicago Bulls fan in there or so. Just keeps on rebuilding and rebuilding each and every year. As Minnesota's at the free throw line. First shot's up. First shot's good at the line by Jordan McLaughlin. Second shot here with 6:11 on the clock. That shot's good as well. So 67-50 right now is the score. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to spike that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action here on the channel. The name is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Third shot coming up as we did have flagrant fouls all over the place by Brooklyn on the floors. That shot at the free throw line, that one's up and in by Naz Reid, and it's 68-50. As we have 6:11 left to go in the third quarter. Also, Minnesota will inbound it. So, the Timberwolves to inbound. 6:05 left to go in the third. They have the ball at the top of the key, dribbling. This is McLaughlin. McLaughlin dribbling right wing, puts the ball into the hands of Naz Reid. Passing that one over towards the left wing of the perimeter here. Into the hands of Jared Terrell. Back down on top to Reid. Reid at the free throw circle. Slings it over. Right corner three. Taken. Keita Bates Diop. We did have a whistle, a foul on the play right there. So, Brooklyn will get this ball back with 5:54 left to go in the third right now. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on the channel. Looks like, yeah, Brooklyn, with one of their players, that's the leading scorer as well. It's hurting right now for the Nets. Jarrett Allen going underneath the tunnel. He got bumped underneath the basketball hoop on the last play. There were two players who got really hurt on the last couple possessions ago for Brooklyn. Number one, Theo Pinson, was down on the court for like 5 minutes. Trying to get helped by training staff, just flat on his belly on the court. Theo Pinson trying to go up for a rebound. Also, number 31, Jarrett Allen, got hit pretty hard underneath the basketball hoop as well, as he's going underneath the tunnel now for the Brooklyn Nets. That's unfortunate for Brooklyn. Jarrett Allen is the leading scorer in this game. 15 points, 14 rebounds. He dropped a double-double yesterday. 30 points, 11 rebounds, and a 20-point win against Detroit. But if you guys are new to the channel, make sure to give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I call play-by-play of basketball action, the basketball games here, from college basketball to the NBA March Madness to the NBA playoffs and the NBA Finals. Also, NBA Summer League here. I'll be back tomorrow with the NBA Summer League Final. The winner of this one, it looks like Minnesota is in full control of that right now. If Minnesota does win this one, they'll take the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow night, 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll have that stream for you guys. But right now, just looking at the numbers here, the leading scorers for the Timberwolves, as leading the way right now is 18 points by Naz Reid from LSU. He's the leading scorer right now. 12 points by Jordan McLaughlin, and 11 points by Mitchell Creek. Yeah, so Allen for the Brooklyn Nets is out right now. There was a rebound underneath the basket a couple moments ago, and Allen got knocked like right out during the play, basically. There were 2 players who fell down pretty hard to the ground right there. I'll see if I can update you guys on that. Let's see if there's anything trending about that going on in this game. But thanks so much, guys, for joining me. Yeah. But yesterday, he had an incredible game. Jarrett Allen, 30 points along with 11 rebounds, 2 steals, 2 blocks, and 73% shooting in yesterday's game against the Pistons. Beat them by 20. But here we are back to action, 68-50. 5.5 left to go in the third. That's a missed shot by Brooklyn. It's rebounded by Minnesota. Minnesota with the ball. Give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Timberwolves floater right there in the key. That one's no good. Minnesota went to save it, and they knocked it right off a Brooklyn player. No, they're going to say last touch by Minnesota out of bounds. So Minnesota stepped on the baseline as they tried to tip that one off a Brooklyn player underneath the basketball hoop at the baseline. So Brooklyn will get this ball right back here. 5:15 left to go in the third. They have it at the right wing perimeter. Dribbling now with the free throw circle. Inside, making their move into the lane. Layup. No good right there in the miss by Ahmed Hill. Gets rebounded by the Timberwolves. Minnesota with the ball. They pass. Right wing here. Mitchell Creek. With it back to Naz Reid. Reid takes a 3. Hits the front rim short. Rebounded. Offensive rebound by Minnesota. They pass it back towards the left wing here. This is Diop. Diop at the left baseline. Takes the fadeaway jumper. No good by Keita Bates. Diop. And the ball gets pinwheeled around, rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn here with numbers. They pass it back outside. Right wing 3, they take it. They were open, they miss it though. And big rebound right there by Naz Reid. As Brooklyn had the ball in their hands for a second, bobbled it, got rebounded by Minnesota. Timberwolves with the ball at the left wing perimeter. At the free throw circle, dribbling now. They sling it over. As that is Barry Brown. Passes it off to Naz Reid. Backing his way inside the low post here. Reid trying to go for the turnaround jumper. No good. Too strong off the backboard. 4:20 left to go in the third. Brooklyn now with the ball. Weaving in and out of defenders into the lane. They pass it out towards the right corner perimeter. Into the hands of Jalen Hands. Played college basketball at UCLA. Hands dribbling right wing. Passes top of the key into the hands of Isaiah Cardenet. Cardenet played basketball in France. Takes the right elbow jumper. No good. Rattled out. Battle for the rebound. Ball's pinwheeling around. And Minnesota's got a big burst of speed. In the lane right there is Barry Brown. Underneath the basket. Got that ball stripped right back to him. Brown got the ball, but his foot touched the baseline on the court. So, turnover right there by the Timberwolves with 3:52 left to go in the third as Brooklyn will get the ball back. So, yeah, Brooklyn will get this ball back as it's an 18-point lead here by Minnesota right now. So, Jarrett Allen walks back to the locker room. He is out of the game right now. So, Jarrett Allen is out of the game as it was just confirmed. That's unfortunate right there. That is just unfortunate. He had a crazy dunk in the first quarter, though. Incredible game, though. Leading scorer in this one already had a double-double at halftime. But the whistle on the foul here, 68-50 right now is the score between both of these teams. So, Brooklyn will get this inbound. 3:35 left to go in the third. They take a 3. Top of the key, they miss it. Lots of bricks here without Jarrett Allen out of the game for the rest of the game. It is confirmed. He will be out of the game as he tried to go up for a rebound and fell hard down on the ground. Onto the court. Minnesota with the ball. They take a deep 2. That one, they connect with it at the top of the free throw circle. It is a 20-point lead here by the T-Wolves. Barry Brown connects. Barry Brown played college basketball this past season for K-State. They completed a 21-point comeback in conference play in Big 12 play against West Virginia. Barry Brown dropped 26 points in that game. 3 minutes left to go in the third. Brooklyn going inside into the lane. Whistle on foul. Reaching committed here by Minnesota. So Barry Brown committed the foul right there in the last play. He'll also check out of the game. So yeah, that was a beautiful look right there. Deep 2 at the top of the free throw circle on the last shot made right there by number 35 for the T-Wolves, Barry Brown. So he's out of the game right now. 2:59 left to go in this third quarter. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to spike that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So yeah, it is official. According to what I've been seeing now on the internet, NetsRepublic.com has it. Jarrett Allen walks back to the locker room for the Brooklyn Nets, and he is out of this game. They're waiting on more info to what the info is to this injury here, but Jarrett Allen is out of this game. He had 15 points and 13 rebounds in the first half of this one. Jarrett Allen finishes up in this game with 15 points and 14 rebounds, along with 12 blocks And 6 of those rebounds out of the 14 were offensive rebounds. That's pretty crazy right there for Jarrett Allen, getting second chance opportunities up and down the court. But yeah, right now we're on commercial break, guys. Make sure to hit that thumbs up down below. Hit the subscribe button as well, as Minnesota's up by 20. It looks like they're going to be playing in the final game tomorrow against Memphis. So it'll be seed number 3 against seed number 8 in the NBA Summer League Finals. If this result holds true, unless Brooklyn has a huge comeback here in the last 2 minutes, 40 seconds left to go in the third. So right now, just looking at the leading scores of this game, let's see here for the Timberwolves. 18 points by Naz Reid in this one from LSU, leading the way in scoring. 12 points by Jordan McLaughlin, and 11 points by Mitchell Creek. So 3 players in double-digit scoring points right now, as Jarrett Allen's had the best day out of any of the Brooklyn Nets today. 15 points, 14 rebounds, 2 blocks. But unfortunately, he goes back to the locker room, and he is done for the game, unfortunately. So that's it for Jarrett Allen today. Gonna look at some of the team statistics here in this one. Minnesota shooting about 43% from the floor. Spectacular rotation on the defense, I have to say, by the Timberwolves today. Guarding shots left and right in the key, in the perimeter, as well as Brooklyn shooting about 29% right now from the floor. Also, Brooklyn is beating Minnesota on the rebound. The Nets are plus 11 right now, and they are down by 20 points in this game with a plus 11 rebounding advantage. Also, they are plus 8 on the offensive board, 13-5, but plus 11, 38-27 on the boards. So we're back to action right now. Minnesota with the ball. They have it at the left wing perimeter. Dribbling towards the top of the key as they pass it off. Actually, Barry Brown is back into the game after the timeouts. So the ball now into the hands. Nice spin move here. Canyon Berry trying to take that one into the lane. No good. And they do get the offensive rebound. Jordan McLaughlin with a jumper right there into the key, and he does get the shot for 2 and the whistle on the foul, so he'll have the and 1 at the line. So 1 shot coming up at the free throw line here by Minnesota. 72-50 is the score. 2:26 left to go in the third. If you guys are new to this channel, spike that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. We got a shot at the free throw line. Minnesota hits it. 73-50 right now is the score. Beat down here ever since Jarrett Allen left the game for Brooklyn. Minnesota's gone on a gigantic scoring run. Brooklyn now hasn't been able to get a shot. Little floater in the key. No good. No good with a tip right there. And that ball gets tipped out of bounds, and it's turned over by Brooklyn. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Nets. So the Timberwolves will inbound this one. Jordan Murphy passing that one off to Barry Brown. Barry Brown with the ball. He's going to take it past the half-court logo. Pass it off to Murphy. Murphy here at the top of the key. Slings it over towards the left wing perimeter. Passes that one off towards the top of the key to Barry Brown. Brown making his move inside. Right elbow jumper. Terrible shot. Might have been deflected as it went well short of the rim right there. Brooklyn with the ball. They pass it back towards the right wing perimeter. The Nets setting it up here as they have the ball. Dribbling. Floats up the shot, and a whistle on the foul on the play with 1:47 left to go in the third. So whistle on the foul here. Looks like C.J. Massenberg is into the game for the Brooklyn Nets, number 55. He played college basketball this past season for the Buffalo Bulls. He was the leading scorer of Buffalo this past season. So Canyon Berry, number 24 from Minnesota, picked up the foul there. Reach and foul, so Brooklyn will get this ball right back. Massenberg has a left wing perimeter. Passes off towards the top of the key now. Brooklyn moving inside. Lob pass over the top. Alley-oop jam right there goes to Amita Brima for 2. 73-52 is the score. Give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Minnesota has the ball. Top of the key. Murphy passes off to McLaughlin. McLaughlin making his move inside. Big block underneath, but a whistle on the foul committed by the Nets with 1:27 left to go in the third. As we have 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line by number 28, Tyus Battle. Tyus Battle played college basketball for Syracuse. He was the leading scorer this past season for the Orange. So 2 shots coming up by the Timberwolves at the line here by Battle, number 28 from Minnesota. First shot's up. First shot is good. So that one goes down at the line at 74-52. Second shot coming up at the free throw line here for Tyus Battle. Checking into the game from Minnesota, number 45, Brandon McCoy right now. Second shot coming up at the line by the T-Wolves. Battle at the line for his second one. This shot is good. 75-52 right now the score. Brooklyn down by 23. They have the ball. They're going to take a pass at half-court logo. Dribbling at the right wing perimeter here. Now dribbling toward their left. They pass it towards the left wing. Massenberg with the ball. Catch and shoot. Left wing three. He misses. Rebounded by Minnesota. Minnesota with the ball. Taking it past the left wing of the perimeter here. Timberwolves pass it. Top of the key. Dribbling towards their right into the hands here of Keelan Martin. Martin putting up the floater as that shot went into the net, but a whistle and a foul before it. So the bucket will not count, I believe, here with a minute and 8 left to go in the third. So yeah, whistle and a foul before that shot. So 2 shots taken at the free throw line on the foul before the shot here by number 45, Brandon McCoy. Right before McCoy passed it out to Keelan Martin in the key. First shot no good by McCoy at the line. If you guys enjoy what I do, make sure to give this the thumbs up, the like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here. We had a crazy game. The last game went into overtime. Grizzlies beat the Pelicans in that game. Went all the way into overtime. Pelicans had a great start. They were up 10-1, but the Grizzlies came on a 10-zip scoring run early on that game. Cut it to 11-10, and then the Grizzlies won the game as that little floater to keep finally a shot goes down for Brooklyn. 75-54. Minnesota actually, yeah, they hit the free throw as well at the line. 76-54 right now is the score. 45 seconds left to go in the third. Timberwolves with the ball into the hands of Barry Brown. Brown taking it inside, and that layup gets the nice second chance, though. That shot no good. They do get the offensive rebound once again. Right corner three taken. They connect from the outside. Canyon Berry lighting up the three-point shot right there for 3 at the right corner. 79-54 right now. 30 seconds left to go in this third quarter. Brooklyn takes a 3, top of the key. That one's off the mark. Tip. No good to the rim right there. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Whistle on the foul on the rebounding foul committed by the Timberwolves. 26 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It's a beatdown right now. It's a 25-point lead by the Timberwolves. Minnesota is the only undefeated team left here in the Summer League play. Celtics and Pistons lost yesterday. So shots coming up at the free throw line here by Brooklyn. First shot's up. First shot's good right there by the Nets. This is number 15 at the line. This is Amida Brima from the country of Ghana, that he's a native. He played basketball in the G League this past season for the Austin Spurs, the G League team for San Antonio. Second shot goes down at the free throw line right there by Brima. So it's 79-56. And Minnesota has the ball. They're going to take it past the half-court logo here. 15 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Minnesota dribbling. Left wing perimeter. 10 seconds on the shot clock. 12 seconds left to go in the game clock. 2-second differential. Shot clock, game clock. Minnesota taking it inside the lane. Nice pass and feed, but the miss slam dunk as they got rejected down inside the low post. Brooklyn with the ball. They take a 3. Top of the key as they floated it up. A whistle called on the court here. We're going to see Brooklyn wants 3 shots at the free throw line here. There was a whistle, I believe, by the refs before time expired to end the third quarter, so stay here, guys. Whistle and a foul here. Brooklyn should be shooting 3 shots at the free throw line. Looks like the refs are going to see at the review stand if that foul's picked up before the buzzer to end the third quarter. Yes, it was. So the foul was picked up 0.3 seconds before. So we got 3 shots coming up at the free throw line by Brooklyn. Brooklyn tried to take the top of the key 3, and they were interfered with from the outside. Hey, we got Basketball Nuggets fan 34 back in the chat. What's good, my man? Thanks so much for joining me back here on the channel. So, yes, 79-56 right now the score. Brooklyn will be shooting 3 shots at the line. So, shots coming up at the line here for the Nets. As, let's see, they had the ball at the top of the key. They took the 3 with CJ Massenberg. And he was interfered with on the play, so shots at the line coming up here by the Brooklyn Nets. So 0.6 the refs will put back on the clock here to end the third quarter. 0.6 left in the third quarter. 3 shots coming up by CJ Massenberg at the line. That shot is up and good. So it's 79-57 right now the score with 0.6 seconds left to go. Second shot coming up at the free throw line here by CJ Massenberg of the Brooklyn Nets. This second shot is ready to fly up, and it is no good. That shot hit the front part of the rim right there by Brooklyn, by Massenberg. And we'll have the third shot coming up. So he's 1 for 2 right now at the line. Third opportunity here at the free throw line with shot number 3. This shot will go up by Massenberg, and this shot is good. 21-point game right now. 79-58 is the score. Oh, that's pretty cool. So, Basketball Nuggets fans saw Tyler Cook yesterday for the Denver Nuggets after the game. Oh, that's awesome. That's great. So, yeah, Basketball Nuggets fan went to Vegas yesterday to see these Summer League games. That's great, my man. That's great, because I remember you were telling me that you don't live too far away from Vegas. So, yeah, 79-59 as time expires here to end the third quarter right now. So, yeah, thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here. So, starting out the fourth quarter, now right after this commercial break, it's a 20-point beatdown, though, as the Timberwolves look like they're going to be on pace to take on the Memphis Grizzlies tomorrow in the deciding game of the NBA Summer League. As this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below, hit that subscribe button, as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action here on the channel. So right now, just updating you guys with the leading scores of this game. So leading the way right now for Minnesota happens to be Naz Reid. He has 18 points so far by the Timberwolves. So 18 points along with 5 rebounds, 3 blocks in this game by Naz Reid from LSU. 12 points by Jordan McLaughlin for the Timberwolves, along with 5 assists. 11 points by Mitchell Creek in this game for the Timberwolves. So that's what the numbers look like so far in this one. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on here on the channel. So this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So yeah, 20-point whooping right now for sure. It was even greater a couple of moments ago. I think it was like a 25-point game at one point. But now it's a 20-point whooping as Brooklyn was fouled. They got their shots at the free throw line. And Jarrett Allen is out of the game. And the last quarter, when I went to commercial break, Brooklyn was plus 11 on the rebounding boards right there. And now they are plus 8 on the board. So, Jarrett Allen is definitely missed. Oh my gosh. Vegas had Brooklyn -1 on the spread. Oh man. That is just unfortunate right there. Wow. And this is a beatdown in this game. Yeah, these Summer League games are so unpredictable because you have players who basically, they're all basically receiving bench minutes here in this game, rotating throughout, so nobody's playing like extra minutes in this game. It's just basically rotating players, so it's so tough to tell from all these games in the Vegas Summer League. As we are back for the fourth quarter, 79-59 is the score. If you guys are new, give this the thumbs up down below, hit the subscribe button as well. So 9:45 until Minnesota will get to play in the finals against Memphis tomorrow, and I'll have that stream for you guys with those two teams. 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 Central, 7 Mountain, and 6 Pacific. So if this stat blows your mind right here, most likely will. Brooklyn is shooting a dismal 13% from behind the three-point arc in this game. So many bricks they've shot up. 2 for 16 from behind the three-point arc in this one by the Nets. Minnesota connecting on 11 three-point shots in this game. 42% from the floor in this one by the Timberwolves. They shot the ball spectacular in yesterday's game against Dallas as well. They shot the ball 52% from the floor for the Timberwolves. They shot 13 for 28 from behind the three-point arc as well. They've knocked down 11 three-pointers in this one. 20-point lead here by Minnesota. Brooklyn to inbound, making their move into the lane. That shot too strong off the glass. The tip, no good towards the rim. There was a Brooklyn player that got down on the court right there. Minnesota gets the rebound. Timberwolves with the ball, making it into the lane. Nice feed right there. They find Naz Reid. He gets his 20th point of the game. 81-59, up by 22 right now for the T-Wolves with 9:05 left to go in the fourth. Brooklyn going inside. They lay it up and in with a big burst of speed into the hole. And that one goes home off the backboard for 2. 20-point lead here by Minnesota. McLaughlin passes off to Naz Reid. Naz Reid leading the way and scoring right now for the T-Wolves. Barry Brown with the ball at the free throw circle. Oh, bad pass. Miscommunication at the right wing of the perimeter. Barry Brown tried to pass that one off to number 24, Canyon Berry. And Canyon Berry moved his position on the court. He was open, but he moved a little bit towards his right. And Barry Brown didn't see that coming, so the ball goes out of bounds. Brooklyn with the ball, down by 20. 8:45 left to go in the fourth. Dribbling right wing perimeter. Nice move there. Floater. Right elbow. They connect with it for two. 81-63 right now the score with 8:35 left to go in the fourth. Minnesota with the ball, taking it past the half-court logo here. They have it dribbling right wing perimeter. McLaughlin passing Naz Reid, dribbling left wing. Here into the hands of Barry Brown. Left elbow back to Reid. Reid fake handoff to Brown right there. As Reid will hand it off to Barry. Barry left corner three. Hits the rim short. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball. 8:15 left to go in the fourth. They take it past the half-court logo. Right wing of the perimeter here. Nets. Dribbling now into the lane and going in for the layup. No. Hits the rim short right there by C.J. Massenberg. Rebounded by Naz Reid. Once again with another big board by Minnesota. Timberwolves with the ball. Oh, nice spin move. Getaway right there by McLaughlin at the right wing perimeter. McLaughlin feeds over Reid. Top of the key. Reid hands off to McLaughlin. Dribbling right side baseline. And what is that, Brooklyn? You're just trying to force McLaughlin out of bounds. And that is a total foul committed right there by number 34, Brooklyn. On the play, Jalen Morris just runs over Jordan McLaughlin as he was dribbling right side baseline with it. So Minnesota to inbound this ball. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to spike that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. I'll be back tomorrow night with the next game as well. So McLaughlin with the inbound dribbling. In the key here, Jordan passes back, top of the key, open three taken. Naz Reid, no good, hits the rim short. 7:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Brooklyn with a rebound here in the defensive end. Going up the court, big burst of speed into the lane. Weston will foul with 2 shots coming up by the former UCLA product, Jalen Hands, at the free throw line. So 7:37 left to go in this fourth quarter right now. It is an 18-point game, 81-63. Jalen Hands shooting 2 at the free throw line. First shot's up by Hands. That one is a miss, though. Hit the top part of the iron and no good. Coming back into the game, Jordan Murphy for the Minnesota Timberwolves checking into the game. Naz Reid checking out. So 81-63 is still the score. Second shot at the line. This one's up. This one's good by Brooklyn. Right there by Jalen Hands it is. 83-64. Minnesota now with the ball. They have it top of the key. McLaughlin, lob pass over, right elbow into the hands of Jordan Murphy. Murphy trying to take defenders on inside. Going for the turnaround, pass it down, back to McLaughlin. Deep three, right wing McLaughlin. It was halfway down into the hole, rattled out. Rebounded here by Brooklyn. Brooklyn now with the ball. They take it past the left wing perimeter. Dribbling now, left side baseline. Underneath the basket for the Nets. Jalen Hands puts up the shot, no good. Jordan Murphy with a rebound. Minnesota with a beatdown. 7 minutes left to go in this fourth quarter. McLaughlin passes top of the key. Jared Terrell taking it inside. Terrell loses control of the ball here. That is a turnover. That ball goes out of bounds. So the Nets will get this one back as they are down by 17 with 7 minutes left to go in the fourth. So yeah, great game by Naz Reid though in Minnesota. He's the leading scorer at this stage of the game right now. Going to update you guys with Naz Reid. So Naz Reid, 20 points. 6 boards in this one, leading the way for Minnesota. Brooklyn with the ball. They have it at the right wing perimeter here for the Nets. They swing it over towards the left wing. They take a 3. No good offensive rebound. Underneath the basket, whistle and foul. We got 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line by Amida Brima, native from Ghana, shooting 2 at the line as he played on the G League team for the Austin Spurs this past season. So 2 shots here coming up at the free throw line by Brooklyn. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me on this channel, by the way. First shot's up. First shot's good. So that shot goes up and in right there by the Nets for the first one. Second one coming up at the line. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to spike that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. That would really help my channel out a ton. Almost at 5 likes on this video, which is awesome. And let's get us there before the end of the stream. Second shot goes down at the free throw line by the Brooklyn Nets. It's 81-65. Minnesota with the ball at the right elbow. McLaughlin passes top of the key, making a burst of speed into the lane. Oh, goodness. Big block right there by Brooklyn. Brooklyn, here we go. 2-on-1 fast break underneath the basket. He lose control of the ball. They do get it back. Massenberg has it in his hands. Takes the shot. No good. Too strong off the backboard. Offensive rebound, though. Massenberg with it. Left corner. Dribbling. Left side baseline. Floats up the shot. And he's fouled. 2 shots coming up here at the free throw line by C.J. Massenberg of Brooklyn. On the reel right there, you had numbers on the fast break and you couldn't put it back in, but right before that, huge block on the play by number 15 for Brooklyn. Amida Brima from the country of Ghana with a huge block as Minnesota got stuffed down inside the low post. Brooklyn shooting 2 at the line. They've cut this Minnesota lead. They were down by 25 at one point. Now it's 81-56 or 81-66. So it's a 15-point lead here by the Timberwolves. First shot was a miss at the free throw line, though, by Massenberg. Second shot coming up at the free throw line here by C.J. Massenberg. Played college basketball at Buffalo under head coach Nate Oates. Second shot, that one's up. And a lane violation. Lane violation right there, so it's a redo on the free throw. 6:21 left to go in this fourth quarter. Redo on the free throw right now for Brooklyn. Amita Brima, 8 rebounds, 8 points, 2 blocks for number 15 Brima for the Brooklyn Nets today. That shot by Massenberg is up. That one's good. It's a 14-point game, 81-67. Minnesota with the ball. They're going to take a pass at half-court logo here with 6:15 left to go in the fourth quarter. Dribbling. Top of the key into the hands of Keita Bates. D-up. Going all the way to the hole. No, he missed the layup. But a whistle and a foul on the play here with 6:10 left to go in the fourth. And we should be having shots here at the free throw line for Keita Bates Diop from Minnesota. So 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for number 31, Keita Bates Diop at the free throw line. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me here on the channel. Timeout called on the court right now. Give this the thumbs up if you're new to this channel. Hit that subscribe button as well, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So Jarrett Allen in this game suffered a hip contusion, unfortunately for Brooklyn, so he is out of this game. He is the leading scorer for the Nets, the leading rebounder as well. He had a double-double, and we weren't even at halftime in this game. But Jarrett Allen for the Brooklyn Nets finishes with these numbers: 15 points, 14 rebounds, and suffers a hip contusion in this game, trying to go up for a rebound as he fell down hard to the court. So that is unfortunate there for Jarrett Allen of the Brooklyn Nets. But right now, we are at commercial break. I'm just looking at that play. Yeah, Jarrett Allen went down severely hard. Oof. Hit his shoulder down hard right there, whipping around his body right there in the court. That looked ugly on the replay I saw. But right now, let's look at the leading scorers here for the Timberwolves. 20 points by Naz Reid in this game, along with 6 rebounds and 3 blocks. He played college basketball at LSU. 12 points by Jordan McLaughlin. 11 points by Mitchell Creek. And then 9 points by Tyus Battle in this game for Minnesota. So Minnesota, if this lead holds and they win this game, they'll be taking on Memphis tomorrow. I'll have that stream for you guys on my channel as well. Brooklyn, their leading scorer happened to be Jarrett Allen, who's out of the game right now with 15 points. 15 points, 14 boards, 2 blocks by Jarrett Allen in this one, as we're getting ready to go back to action here. Thanks so much, guys, for watching this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure to hit that thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button, as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action here on the channel. The name is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. Yeah, last play right there. Keita Bates Diop for Minnesota trying to drive to the rim right there. And I missed the layup, but did get fouled on the last play. So we should be having free throws at the line coming up here from Minnesota, as we have 6:10 left to go on the clock and an 81-67 score. I think Minnesota will win tomorrow against Memphis. I think it's going to be a close game. Memphis played really well once again today against New Orleans. That's a very good New Orleans team. Even without Zion, they had Nickeil Alexander-Walker and also Jackson Hayes. And yeah, I think it's going to be close. But if Minnesota can come out and shoot 3-point shots like they've done the past couple of games, they drained down 13 yesterday. Let's see that number today. They've drained down over double-digit 3-point shots. Yeah, 11 3-point shots they've hit today. Their defense, too, their perimeter defense has been really good for the Timberwolves, holding Brooklyn here 2 for 17 from behind the arc in this one. As Minnesota's played some really great games so far in the Summer League. One of the streams I did, they played against Miami. So actually, Brooklyn will get this ball back as the refs checked it. So the foul was committed by Minnesota on the last play, but Brooklyn goes inside. They missed the shot, rebounded here by Minnesota. The game that they did was the game against Miami that Minnesota played. They were down by 20 points with 8:25 left to go in the third quarter. Down by 20 points. They came back and won that game against Miami by 3. As Minnesota has the ball. Nice feed down inside the low post, but Jordan Murphy gets stuffed right there. Blocked by Brooklyn. Brooklyn now with about 5:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Thinking about taking the 3 at the top of the game. Instead, they go for a bounce pass at the left elbow. They move it around here, around the perimeter. They have it at the right wing, dribbling here. Nets with the ball. Dribbling towards the top of the free throw circle, making their way inside. And Brooklyn falling down with the ball right there on the court for the Nets, dribbling at the free throw circle. So, bump of the foul on the last play here by Minnesota. 14-point lead by the T-Wolves. 5:26 left to go in the fourth. Brooklyn to inbound. They'll inbound it on their side of the front court, the left wing perimeter. They pass it towards the top of the key. Now dribbling at the free throw circle. That ball almost stolen. Reach and foul committed here by Minnesota with 5:22 left to go in the fourth quarter. So, 14-point game right now. Minnesota still up. Another inbound will be set here by Brooklyn. They lob it over towards the top of the key. They pass it at the right wing perimeter. Brooklyn takes the deep 2. That one no good. Offensive rebound underneath, and that shot no good, but 2 shots coming up at the free throw line for number 15 for the Brooklyn Nets. That is Amida Brima at the line here with 5:15 left to go in the fourth. So Brima got the offensive rebound, tried to go in for the putback underneath, but got fouled right there under. I think it was number 55, Mitchell Creek, who committed the foul for the Nets. So 2 shots at the line here. Brooklyn hits the first one. This is a 13-point game. It was 25 points at around the beginning of this quarter. Now it's 13 points. Amida Brima, he's got some size in the court. 3 blocks, 9 rebounds, 9 points so far for Brima. In this one, he hit down his first free throw. He has a second one here. Yeah, Brooklyn trying to make a comeback in this game. This is going to be interesting. Knocks down the second one. This is a 12-point game. Don't count out the Nets just yet. Even without their leading scorer, Jarrett Allen, he's out of the game. Minnesota with the ball, dribbling at the right wing perimeter. Now they're going to take it inside. Right baseline underneath McLaughlin. Floater up. That one no good. Offensive rebound. Murphy put back up and in for 2 right there by Jordan Murphy. 83-69 the score. Yeah, if Brooklyn had been able to drain 3s in this game, it'd be a totally different scenario right now in this one. Brooklyn with the ball, making a move inside the low post. Layup, no. That was off the top of the iron. Offensive rebound, though, but Minnesota takes it away. Minnesota transition, left wing 3, and no good. Hits the rim short. They do get the offensive board, though. T-Wolves with it. Right corner 3. They take that one. That shot, no good. Rebounded by Brima here. So that was a miss from the outside by Keelan Martin, the leading scorer from yesterday's game, with 23. Brooklyn with the ball. 83-69 to score. 4:20 left to go in the fourth quarter here. Brooklyn dribbling. Left elbow. Bounce pass inside. Terrible pass. Stolen away in a key right there by Minnesota. Jared Terrell with a steal. He'll take this one past the half-court logo. He has it at the top of the key. Dribbling towards the right wing perimeter. This is McLaughlin now with the ball. McLaughlin going inside. Got blocked. Offensive rebound, though, by Jordan Murphy. But the Timberwolves got the offensive board. They stepped out of bounds on the baseline. So 4:04 left to go in the fourth quarter right now. This is getting intense right on the court. Right there, McLaughlin trying to blow past defenders. Just a little too high when he tried to float up that shot in the key right there. So Brooklyn will get this inbound here. 4 minutes even on the clock. The Nets are on the clock to score as well if they want to play until tomorrow. They have the ball at the right wing perimeter. Dribbling now. Alley-oop. Oh, they get it. Brima with a slam right there. It's 83-71. Alley-oop pass goes in for the Nets. 3:45 left to go in the fourth quarter. We'll see what Brooklyn does during these last 3:40 left to go. Going inside, a feed inside to Jordan Murphy. No good by Minnesota by Murphy. Second shot. He gets denied. It goes out of bounds. Block out of bounds. Minnesota the inbound this one in their front court underneath their basket hoop. Oh, man, what a comeback here by the Nets with that alley-oop pass. Right there, lob pass over the top by Brooklyn. That was Isaiah Cardenet who lobbed it over the top moments ago to Amida Brima. So we're back to action. Minnesota with the ball, dribbling 3 on the shot clock. 3:28 left to go on the game clock. That one is a shot. Ooh. Yep, shot clock violation. Air ball, offensive rebound, and they couldn't get it off in time right there. So shot clock violation by the Timberwolves right now, guys, as Brooklyn will get back the ball. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well as I call play-by-play of basketball action on the channel. This is Behind Your Arc Basketball on YouTube. Brooklyn with the ball. 3:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. They take this one past the half-court logo. They dribble now. Free throw circle. Lob over the top. Try to go for another alley-oop pass. That time Minnesota read it well. They deflected it. Bounce pass right there. At the left corner perimeter. Ball gets tipped out of bounds by the Nets. So the T-Wolves to inbound this one with 8:10 left to go on the clock here in the fourth quarter. 83-71 the score. They put that ball into the hands of Jordan Murphy. Murphy with it. Left wing perimeter from Minnesota. Taking it inside. Pass it down towards the right wing perimeter of the outside. Little floater in the key. They make their move inside, and that shot goes down for two by Keelan Martin off the floater. 85-71 right now. Brooklyn with the ball dribbling at the right wing perimeter. The Nets are down by 14. Now they make a move inside the lane. Going up for the shot, and they finish 4-2. CJ Massenberg connects with it. 83-75 right now. 2:40 left to go in the fourth quarter. Now you need some turnovers to happen if you're Brooklyn to make this a single-digit game. Minnesota, left elbow, trying to make their way inside. They're going to dribble back outside towards the right corner. McLaughlin floater in the lane. No good. Battle for the rebound. Offensive rebound by McLaughlin, but a whistle and a foul underneath here with 2:27 left to go in the fourth quarter. So 2 minutes, 27 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter, guys. This is going into a TV timeout right now. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me on here on the channel. If you haven't done so already, give this a thumbs up down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Let's get this to 5+ likes here on the channel before I sign off on this video, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. So let's see here the leading scores for Minnesota at this stage of the game. 20 points by Naz Reid, along with 6 rebounds, 3 blocks as well by Reid. 12 points by Jordan McLaughlin still, and 11 points by Mitchell Creek. We're going to look towards Brooklyn here. Jarrett Allen did get injured. They could really need his help right now. He finished the day off with 15 points, 14 rebounds, though. Jarrett Allen tried to go up for a rebound. He got hurt. He's out of the game officially. 15 points, 14 boards, 2 blocks by Allen to finish off his Summer League play for this one. 11 points by Josh Gray for the Brooklyn Nets, and 12 points by the big man, Amita Brima from the country of Ghana, getting in there with 12 points right now, 10 rebounds and 3 blocks, getting a double-double in today's game. But the killer here for Brooklyn in this one, they've been able to keep up with the rebounds, out-rebounding Minnesota, plus 10 on the boards here in this game for the Nets. They've snagged in 17 offensive rebounds by Brooklyn in this one, out-rebounding Minnesota 17-11 on the offensive boards, 50-40 on the rebounding total. But the three-point shots have struggled here. 2 for 18 from the outside, equating to a lone 11% shooting from the floor by the Brooklyn Nets in this one. It's been the difference has been the three-point shooting. 11 made three-point shots here by Minnesota in today's game. Brooklyn has only made 2 shots out of 18 attempts, and a dismal 30% shooting from the floor today by the Brooklyn Nets. So that could be the key here in the game, as it looks like. They are down by 12 if they try to make a comeback here. Thanks so much, everybody, for joining me in here. We are almost back to action. 12-point lead by the T-Wolves. 85-73 right now. As we get back to action, Minnesota with the ball. We're back to action to the inbound. 2:20 left to go in the fourth quarter. Minnesota passes. Top of the key. They have it into the hands here of Keelan Martin. Martin leading the way in scoring yesterday against Dallas. He had 30 points an hour on that shot. Right elbow. No good. Rebounded by Brooklyn. Brooklyn with the ball. 2:10 left to go on the clock. Takes the 3. Top of the key. Oh, no good. Hits the front part of the rim now. They are even worse from behind the arc. Rebounded here by Minnesota. Minnesota dribbling up the court with the ball. They trip and fall. On the play with 2:02 left to go. So whistle the foul picked up by Brooklyn on the tripping foul right there. It's a 12-point lead by Minnesota right now. 85-73. We got an inbound coming up for the Timberwolves. They do. They inbound pass it off towards the top of the key. Into the hands here of Keelan Martin. Martin takes the 3. Lets it rise from the outside. No good. Battle for the rebound. Offensive rebound by Jordan Murphy. And a whistle and a foul. We have 1:45 left to go in this fourth quarter. So 1:45 left to go. We're back to action after that foul. Minnesota with the ball dribbling left side baseline. They pass it back. Stolen away by Brooklyn. 1:35 left to go on the clock. 12-point game. Brooklyn with the ball left corner 3. And no good again. Rattled out from the outside. 1.5 left to go. 1:25 left to go in the fourth quarter. Minnesota looking like they're going to win this game. Has this been like that for a while? But quite the comeback by Brooklyn. If they can make this to single digits, that'd be quite the comeback here. But too little, too late. 1:10 left to go in the fourth. Minnesota with the ball. They sling it back. Top of the E3. They take it. No good. Hits the rim short. Oh, they get the offensive rebound. No foul committed right there. As Minnesota still has the ball. Oh, that's awesome, Joker Jigsaw. So he bet $30 on Minnesota. And it looks like he's going to get the money right here, as that shot no good by the Timberwolves. Oh, nice pass right there. Outlet pass up and in for two by Brooklyn. 85-75 as we have 50 seconds left to go. Minnesota with the ball. They're up by 10. They're going to take it past a half-court logo here. Brooklyn's not foulling, so this game's looks like it's going to be done either way anyway. Barry Brown with the ball here from Minnesota. Thanks so much, guys, for joining me. If you're new to the channel, make sure to give this a thumbs up before you sign off. Hit that subscribe button as well. Minnesota going inside the low post. Jordan Murphy got denied underneath the basket with 31 seconds left to go on the clock. And an inbound pass coming here by the Timberwolves. So Minnesota with 3.2 seconds left to go on the clock. They'll inbound it underneath their basket. So inbound pass, watch out for the cut right there. They do have a cut, right corner, dribbling baseline. They take the jumper. Barry Brown, no good at the clock. Offensive rebound, though, with 27 seconds left to go. Whistle on a foul. And we should have 2 shots coming up here at the line for Minnesota. So I'll be back tomorrow night. If you're a Timberwolves fan, guys, make sure to join me back tomorrow night, as I'll be doing play-by-play against the Memphis Grizzlies for that one. One hell of a game Memphis had against New Orleans today. Memphis was down 10-1 early on in the first quarter. They could not hit a shot in the first 3 minutes of the first quarter, but came back on a 10-0 run, took the 11-10 lead, and it went down all the way to the wires. That one went to overtime as Memphis came out victorious. That shot no good. Rebounded by Brooklyn, and Brooklyn lays it up and in with 6 seconds left to go. 85-77 as Minnesota will get this ball, and they'll take it past the timeline. 3 seconds left, 2 seconds left, 1, and this one is over. Minnesota coming out victorious, 85-77 the final. Looks like Joker Jigsaw gets his $30 cash. Awesome, man. That's awesome. Oh, $60 coming. That's even better. That's great. So racking in the cash right there after a big night sports betting. That is great for you, my friend, right there. But this one's just gone final. Minnesota will be moving on to take on Memphis tomorrow. I'll have that stream for you guys. 9 p.m. Eastern Time, 8 Central, 7 Mountain, 6 Pacific. The number 8 seed, the Memphis Grizzlies, takes on the number 3 seed, the only unbeaten team left here inside the NBA Summer League, the Minnesota Timberwolves, doing it once again, coming out victorious. And this one, the final score happens to be 85-77. Hey, thanks so much, Joker. I appreciate it, my man. Thanks so much for being a part of this channel. So, yeah, I'll schedule that video for you guys when I do have a chance. But 9:55 p.m. on the East Coast. Thanks so much, everybody, for watching this video. I will be back tomorrow, as well as the Minnesota Timberwolves get the W here in courtesy of this guy, Naz Reid, dropping 20 points, 6 rebounds, 3 blocks. Played college basketball at LSU, had a big game today from Minnesota in this one, as they get the W, as they are victorious. They win by 8, as this one's gone final. Before you go, make sure to give this the thumbs up down below. Hit that red subscribe button as well, and have a nice night, everybody, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube. And don't forget, join me tomorrow night. Minnesota taking on Memphis in the Summer League Finals. Thanks so much, everybody, for being a part of my stream throughout the Summer League. And enjoy your night, everybody, on this Sunday night, as this is Behind the Arc Basketball on YouTube.